Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another lovely game day. Haven't had one of these in a little bit of a while, but we have one here today. I'm your host for today, Matthias Talbot. I'm joined by Daniil,
the one and only
Ederson McGee, another recurring caster. But for the first time ever, we have Braden Charmander?
Charm.
Okay, that's what he said, but there we go.
Blame him for that. But it's an absolutely lovely day today at St. Clair College. As always, we have a lot of excitement, a lot of things going on. For the first time today, we're seeing our Rainbow Six Siege team. And for such an intricate, complex game, one that has a lot of tact, strategy, and intricacies, sometimes we got to break out the specialists. You know, Matthias and I, we can only handle so much. We can do simple tasks, but when you really need a job done,
I dabble in a little Siege, but you got to bring the tactical expert for those over-the-top plays.
And that's what we have here today. We have our specialist, Braden. He's on the academy team who's playing for the first time. They're on the stage today. They're getting a lot of excellence, and they have one of their own team members with the pleasure of watching their game and commentating over it. So how do you feel about it today? Finally, academy. And I, we're both academy here. We got to represent our people. We're getting a lot more airtime, a lot more opportunities to show off what we can do. How do you feel about that?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
It's a pleasure. But it's a good feeling. Being an academy player and being able to finally have our game stream. Being especially with these game days. We have so much more airtime, as you were saying. It's just I can't explain it. I'm just so excited.
I feel the same way. Yeah, it's a feeling that you just want to get something and get something done, and that's exactly what we're going to do here today. Obviously, we talked about the Rainbow Six Siege action we're going to have, but we also have both of our Overwatch teams, our Academy and Varsity, playing today, and we also have our Rocket League team playing later today. Matthias, any details on those?
Yes, I can give you details on both of those. As we said before, we're going into Rainbow Six first here today, and our opponent for that is going to be Kettering University. The scoreline for both those teams, our Saints are currently 3-2, and their opponent today is 2-3, so it's going to be a very even match today. We might even see a game 3. Do you guys have any other thoughts about that before I move on?
I was just talking. I got a couple buddies on the Rainbow Six Siege team. One of them's here right here. One of them told me that, this is an important game because losing this one would mean that reaching playoffs is that much harder. And if they lose this one, in order to qualify for playoffs still, they'd have to play against Akron University. And I know you have some thoughts about, how difficult that might be.
Well, Akron is the best team in the league right now. They're absolutely amazing. Every single one of them just absolutely wipes, no matter what they do. It's incredible.
Have some more faith.
But yeah, as you were saying, this game is pretty big. All the boys on the stage are pretty nervous. But you know what? I believe they can pull it back. I believe that they can, take what it is. It is going to be a close game, as as Matthias and you were both just saying. I do believe it could go to a third map. Obviously, I hope we wipe in 2. But hey, that's
I mean, we always hope to see the Saints wiping. A quick 2-0 means everybody's happy. Everybody's going to get the show.
But speaking of wiping, to get to the rest of our stats, I suppose, we will see these on the board here. As I said before, it's actually looking like they're 5-0, so maybe I looked at the wrong graphic here today.
No, on the right side.
Oh, yes,
you're looking at St. Ambrose or some other team. Kettering University is 5-0, but St. Clair Saints Academy is 3-2. It seems. So Kettering University seems to be quite the fearful opponent indeed. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us, but I have faith that they can pull it off, and I know Braden does as well, 100%. And there's you two as well. But Rainbow Six Siege, we all know. Going to be a lot of excitement here. We got some biased people want to look at that a little bit more. We got to look at some other stuff too. Our Overwatch teams.
Moving on to our Overwatch teams, we have our Academy Saints team taking on Robert Morris University. That's going to be a good game here today. And you may have seen one of the players here. We've had Theo, who's playing today. We usually see him behind the desk with us here. But today, he's out there on the battlegrounds.
Working hard. Fighting for our freedoms.
Exactly. Fighting for our victory here today. And then we have our Saints Varsity Overwatch team, which is going up against Converse University here in our NECC Legends division. And I have to say, you guys might not be wanting to do that, as St. Clair is currently 1-3.
This is for their 2. Here.
Exactly. They're going for 2. It's not been a great run for them so far, and it's not looking great either, with Converse University currently being the exact flip of that, 3-1. So they have an uphill battle. They've had some losses. They've had some rough fights, but maybe this is the point where they turn it all around.
Well, Matthias, I've seen what our Overwatch team can do. Our Academy one, they've always impressed me. But Varsity as well, they've done a lot of impressive things. Before we get too much into the Varsity side of things, though, let's take a look at how well our Academy Overwatch team is doing, because I know they're doing pretty damn well, seeing as they are 4-0 in their division for
12
NECC.
game wins.
12 game wins, 4 match wins, only 1 game lost. They dropped a single match in their run so far, and second place has 2 less wins than they do, dropping a lot more maps against their opponents than we ever have. So our Academy team, they are doing very, very well for themselves. As biased as I may be, I'm sure Theo is playing a big part of that, but I know the rest of the team is working very hard to make sure that they get those impressive numbers and they get those impressive results. And on the Varsity side of things, like you said, they're not doing too hot, but I believe that they are going to be able to pull out a victory here. If we take a look at the stats that we have pulled up so far, again, our Saints are looking to be 1-3 right now. Hopefully going to be 2-3 by the end of the night, but our opponents, Converse University, 3-1. It's not going to be too easy for them, but I think they can pull it off. What do you guys think?
And I just want to say, their losses so far have been to the best of the best teams there, the top 4. I know they went up the Fisher Wisps very early on there, and they also went up against UCSD, another very good team there. And today they're going up against Converse University, so you can't really blame them for having such a rough time here, as these teams are playing at such a high level.
Absolutely. And I believe we also have our Rocket League team playing later on tonight. I believe that's starting at 8 or 9 o'clock. They're going to be playing against Akron University for the CRL League. It's going to be another intense game that they're going to have to be playing. But again, Braden, as a competitor, as a player, when you have a game, when you have an opponent that you know is very fearsome, what kind of things does your team try to do to rally together and make sure that you don't get too intimidated? We can talk a little about that before we potentially go into a break or a game, depending on how these lobbies are going.
Oh, well, it's team morale is definitely a big thing.
For sure.
If the team morale is down, then the game's down, and if the communication's off, it's all very integral part, the mental there. So, we tend to, rally together just before the game, have a quick little huddle, talk about,
hey guys, we can't lose this.
Talk about how, how
no
the
way
day's
we
gonna
can
go.
lose. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's I don't know. Every team's different. We're very close. The Academy CE team.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. You guys are really buddy. I appreciate that.
We tend to, we tend to stay together. As I was saying with that huddle, that's about all I got, though. I'm gonna be
Fair
honest.
enough. Yeah, we're still early on in the season. I believe you're pretty new to the team, if I'm not mistaken, or were you? I know Dylan was pretty new to the team. I don't remember if you
Dylan
joined.
Dylan and I are both both new. I think.
So you're still learning how the team kind of works.
Yeah, Dylan I think is in his second month, month and a half area.
I've watched him play in the lab. He went from not playing the game too much to immediately being one of the higher ranks in the game, and he's putting in so much work. I know you guys is always putting in the work. Everybody on these teams are always putting in so much effort, making sure that they're on top, playing at their A game, and I think that their stats can reflect as much. If we take a look at our Rainbow Six Siege team's stats, see how they're doing in their leagues and their divisions, you can see they have a pretty healthy scoreline. They're 3-2 so far. You tell me, Braden, you've played in some of these games, I believe. How does some of these go for you guys? How do you, looking back at memory lane, so to speak?
Well, our last win there, unfortunately, was a forfeit win. The other team's internet did not come on for the game, so that is quite sad. Those 2 losses there, very, very, very close games. All went to the third map. The round differentials were quite insane. As we see, in that October 19th game, it was 2-1. Drexel being one of the better teams, very scary to go up against. KSU Black again, another. I think they're third, or fourth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We are going to see that win there against DePaul. And Lawrence, I think we also won that one too. Yeah, we did. The 2-0, quite insane.
Insane is going to be the name of the day, I'm pretty sure.
I would like to ask a question of you, Braden, here today. So, knowing all this, being even playing in these matches, how are you feeling about this game coming up against Kettering? Do you think Saints are going to win? Do you think it's going to lose? It's going to be a tough game? What do you think?
It's definitely going to be a close game. As we were saying earlier, Saints is 3-2, Kettering is 2-3. I could see it going to the third map, 100%. Saints are, like I said, a very tight-knit team. We're very close together. Our teamwork is almost impenetrable. I don't think we've played against Kettering in recent games, or at least I haven't, so I can't really say too much about them. But yeah, I do think it is going to be a very close game.
For sure.
Yeah, and just going more general here with the Rainbow Six questions. Have there been any like major changes to the game that you think
I was going to ask that.
impact this game going forward? Do you think it's all been figured out right now? The meta is pretty, the same. And if there is a meta, how's that going?
Well, right now we're in the TDM meta, the team deathmatch meta.
Oh, I got you.
It's basically a swing or be swung. It's just the meta that we're in right now. The diffuser has been planted, I think, the least out of any other meta ever. The meta that we're in isn't, seen by all as the greatest. We are going to see some changes to shield operators coming soon, which I don't think a lot of people, are very happy with.
What are they changing? Do you know?
Well, originally when you reload as a shield operator, you'd put your shield down, and then you reload, so you're very vulnerable. But coming, I think, in the next season, the shield will stay up while you reload, which is kind of especially as a blitz player, that's a really big buff for you.
Yeah.
But as everybody else, that's horrifying, absolutely terrifying, because nobody wants to see a blitz running at you with a shield up at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we've been bombarding you with questions, but I think I got one more before we go to a break, or again, maybe the lobbies are finally coming up on the outside. Last question I got for you. My favorite agent, operator, I forgot her name, the one with the kunai. Is she strong? Are we going to see her today? Yeah.
Depending on the map, we do tend to ban Azami on some maps. But
I know Dylan told me to buy her, so I'm assuming you guys are going to be playing.
If we do see her, we will see Terror absolutely destroying the lobby with her. She is one of, if not the best defenders in the meta right now, because what she does is she puts down this piece of stone, completely bulletproof,
and you can throw it wherever you want,
halfway across the map. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. One of the strongest defenders in the game, for sure.
For sure. So hopefully we get to see that, and hopefully you get to see the action that you came here for. Remember, it's Saints game day. If you want to catch any of the streams that you might be missing some of the action on, we're going to try our best to catch all of it. But if you don't want to miss a thing for your specific game, be sure to type !streams in the chat. And we're going to throw it to a quick break while things are still getting sorted out, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another lovely game day. Our first game here today is going to be Rainbow Six Siege. Haven't seen it in a while. It's St. Clair College Academy team versus Kettering University.
And now we are so excited to be bringing you the action that we've been waiting so patiently for. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for not starting any riots in chat, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you haven't been, because we have the action here and we're going to sate your hunger as we get into the operator select. I'm going to ask our lovely specialist, Braden, what he's thinking about what he's seeing so far.
Well, you know, we are on Oregon here, which is St. Clair's map. It is probably our best map. And the Flores ban comes out, which 99 times out of 100 is what we ban. We haven't seen Thatcher ban in a long time. It's normally like a, I think I've seen a Habana ban or like a Heartbreaks ban.
Yeah.
You know, to take care of those reinforcements. And the Cade ban too. No, you know what? They're attacking, so I can see that actually.
That makes sense.
I can see that, but why would they ban Thatcher and Cade? I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing.
I guess we're going to have to wait and see because, again, you know, you're definitely a specialist here, but that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about when I look at this game. I know for a fact that Solus Dylan hates playing against this one.
Solus is, in a coordinated team, when a Solus comes at you, it's done.
Solus really makes you feel soulless.
Oh, and this is why he's here, ladies and gentlemen, to tie everything together, make things really work for us. But now we're here, we're getting to see for the first time in a really long time the St. Clair Saints Academy team picking their operators for the first Rainbow Six Siege game in a very long time. We're getting the preparation phase, and things are immediately going straight into action. They're all preparing, and they're getting work done on this building.
You know, we are going to see Baka here on the Jaeger. We will see Baka on Jaeger a lot. That is probably one of his best characters. Jaeger and Ace on attack. And you know, he's what we like to call the heavy support.
Right.
You know, he's there for his team.
He told me as much.
Yeah, you know, he's there for the team. He's the final line of defense. He should be one of the last people to go.
Yep, and I think the Jaeger pick really reflects that. Jaeger has no real reason to be leaving the site at any point. His equipment really emphasizes that. He really is able to secure the fort and make sure that nothing's getting in and nothing's coming out.
We are going to see this, the attempted spawn peek here from Ter. The best player on the team by far, 100%. He is absolutely criminal at this video game. But I don't think anything is going to come of it.
Yeah, they do seem to be, you know, shots are being fired, and entry is being made by Kettering University. Godokabi is going to be, Enthusiast is taking some damage there. The Blackbeard with shield on his gun is not going to be protecting him too well. We got Ter on the bottom floor, Enthusiast on the top with the shield, utilizing it as best as he can, trying to peek an angle, but nobody's there. Ter sneaking through, drones rolling by, and it looks like they're trying to make an approach. What kind of offense are you seeing here, Braden? What does it tell you that their plan is?
Well, you know, it's a little early in the round to figure out exactly.
There's a pick already from Terror there. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Terror is absolutely insane at this game. We'll see. I'm going to say minimum 2 aces by him in this series. Like actually, we might see another kill here coming in from Terror. He's holding Classroom. Anything could happen.
Another pick there by Rapid, and just like you said, it's looking more like a team deathmatch with Kettering getting a major headshot there, on security there. That's crazy. Wow.
Ethan and so we're gonna see here. Rapid.ol and YTer they've been best friends since they were like in the 3rd grade. They work together better than I've seen anybody work together. So when they roam together, it's live or die. When one of them dies. And just like that,
even breaking the shield of the Blackbeard, trying to get the peek, is not going to work out for him in his favor. I thought the screen was frozen for a second, but he's just holding this angle so damn hard. He's not moving a muscle, and he's holding that stairs. He's the last attacker alive, hoping to maybe get something accomplished here. But do you think there's a reason he's holding this angle specifically? What's he looking for?
In the 1v5, in this meta right now, it is kill or be killed. The diffuser's down. He can't do anything. There's 56 seconds on the clock. Ali's going to peek. Oh my.
A very late shot there. He's not going to find the kill, but Terror, now knowing exactly where the sledge is, coming on the left side, gets the kill. A flawless round for the Saints, leading us up. And look at that approach. Just like clockwork, he knew. He didn't see him yet, so he knew he had the advantage on the flank. came around confidently and put him down just as fast. Round 2 we're entering. Saints are going to get their picks yet again. Let's see what they're going for. Brayden, break that round down for me. How did that go for the Saints, and how do you think that's going to affect their mental going forward?
Those early picks from Saints on a Kettering, those were the most essential picks you can see from this game. You know, those early picks are making it, you know, a 4v5, a 3v5. In this meta right now, I'm going to be talking a lot about the meta, so I'm sorry,
Please
but
do.
In this meta right now, when you're down numbers, you need to play aggressive. And I don't think Kettering, or at least in that round, Kettering didn't quite understand that. So in the 1v5, he just was kind of holding an angle, trying to, as we say, save his KD in a custom.
Okay. Preserve the stats. The stats are important.
The stats are important. The stats are important. But you know, like I was saying, those early picks were very crucial. You know, making that the 2v5 there. We almost did see you know, Rapid get taken out by the Blackbeard, but Rapid's clicking speed was better than Blackbeard's.
For sure. Now we're 5 seconds away from the action starting. Saints locking everything down. I at least see that Baka's on the same operator, but it looks everybody else has made a change. Is that reflective of the location of the bombs or strategy change? Is there a reason you think they made such a drastic change to the lineup?
Well, you know, okay, so in basement, on Oregon at least, we normally see Mira banned a lot. She is one of the strongest defensive operators as well, because she has that black mirror. You know, you can see one way, you can't see the other.
Oh yeah.
But we do see her banned a lot. It's kind of surprising that we didn't see her banned here. We saw the Cade ban instead of the Mirror ban, which is fine in itself, but that is why we have the Mirror. That's why the lineup is so different. You know, we have the Mirror there to anchor site. We have Terror on the Warden, you know, probably sitting there to counter a blitz or a yank play that might happen.
Absolutely, yeah. Because his ability allows him to be completely immune to flashbangs or any other disorienting utility effects here. We have some rotations. Salty Boy is just clearing out a wall so we can peek out. A pick is made by Terry yet again. You were not lying when you said that he's going to be a very strong factor in Saints' game plan.
Yes, Terror, like I was saying, he is the key to this team. Like, without Terror, we'd still be okay, but he just brings us to that next level. He is the reason why this team is what this team is. And, you know, him and Ethan working together, as I've been saying. Oh, and speaking of Ethan, he's unfortunately going to be taken out. That is a big hit for St. Clair.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Another double kill for Terror to this round. I want to make sure, Matthias, you know, you've been quietly watching all this action unfold. Do you have any insights that you've picked up on, or are you just completely shocked by
the Mirror spent so much time setting up that little death hole there and didn't quite use it. As soon as the enemies walked by, they were looking the other way, and it looks like Revenant here is creeping around. He might find an engagement.
Oh,
he looks away at the last second, and Revenant gonna get the headshot out of the gate there, doing very, very well. That was crazy.
That is St. Clair's key player.
For sure.
This, you know, this could go any way now. 3v3. Oh boy.
Engagement happened right here. He's peeking around the corner there. There's the box. Is he ready? Kettering does have the diffuser, but they probably aren't going to use it. As we're seeing just bullets fly, the violence is happening right now. Oh boy.
He's coming around that murder hole that you mentioned, Matthias. It could come into effect here. I don't know if anybody's watching, if anybody's going to see him coming. We have the benefit of knowing that the outlines are there, but he doesn't. But coming around the corner, Salty Boy, not ready. He's going to get taken down, but Baka watching that angle, gets revenge, picking him up, avenging his coach. Going to be able to get the kill in favor for them. Now Enthusiast using his ability to see if he can spot any footprints, lead him to the tracks, to the golden land, the treasure, but it's not going to be too useful here. He's going to have to take some action. He's going to have to take it quick. Just 2 left on the Saints, 10 seconds. We're going on the clock, just spraying, hoping to find anything, hoping for a prayer. 1 down on the side of Kettering University, and they're going to get the kill, not even going to let time go. Hey, I saw you going some crazy there, Brady. You got to be quiet about that. Let it loose. Tell me how you're feeling after that.
I mean, like, it's my team. You know, I'm excited. I'm happy.
Yeah, let it out.
Like, we saw that. Okay, so Kettering taking out Rapid and taking out Terror there. Those 2 key players, that could make this round, or any round for the future of this match, or series, sorry, go anyway. You know, with Terror and with Rapid, they're like, it's like bread and butter. It's like peanut
Oh,
butter
yeah.
and jam. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't make a PB&J without the PB and J.
To give credit where it's due, though, you know, players like My Name Is Baka, Salty Boy, and Corey, if they're PB&J, they're the olive that you put on top. You don't put olives on a PB&J. Listen,
They're the bread. They're the
Cherry.
bread.
Cherry on top, the milk on the side.
they're the bread,
nice
they're the milk.
accoutrements.
Yeah, they're the cookie that you eat afterwards. As we saw, My Name Is Baka being able to get the revenge kill, making sure that if I really do feel that if they weren't able to get that pick, if he didn't get that pick as fast as he did, or if he was, even if he traded, that would have been very hard for the Saints to recover from that. And, you know, Rapid and Terror, such a core part to the team's game plan, but at the end of the day, it's going to be the whole team that makes the mission really a success. And I think that's what this game's all about. You can have a 2v5 and you're never going to win that realistically. You have to have everybody working together as such a strong unit. I think that's what I really love about this game. It really emphasizes coordination and teamwork, and when you have such strong team members, it takes everybody working together to make sure that they truly shine the way that they're supposed to. And now we have some
into this next round here. We're just getting a little bit of setup. We're going to drop
Attackers have
this
recovered their diffuser.
switch it up, switching the teammates
The
there.
attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Enter through above. It looks like just get it up with their drones. Try and look at the bomb here.
We are going to see the meeting room kitchen site, which isn't one of our strongest sites. However, we can still hold it absolutely incredibly. You know, we do tend to, you know, hold top control a lot, because in this game, when you're in that middle site and they can push you from top or bottom, it gets claustrophobic very quickly.
We're hearing some noise coming out now, some barriers being broken down, shots being fired. Revenant is going to shoot out the flash, or the explosive rather. I know that Zafina can go for either. Not Zafina. Oh! Going to come around the corner with the headshot. Kryn is going to go down as well. Rapid finding 2. And now it's just Terror running through the halls and everybody looking at every possible angle. Baka holding down the fort, making sure nobody's going to try to get any sneaky floor picks or even getting information knowing that nobody's down there. That'd be so important. Okay. Break it down around the corner. He sees it and he gets the pick. Rapid is down. Like I said, a core player for the Saints side, but that doesn't matter too much. We got 2 taken down on the side of Kettering University. They just got 2 left. Coming around the corner here, I just realized I said Zafina when I meant Zofia. I got some Tekken on the brain still, especially after the trailers that they put out today. Very exciting, but around the corner, now he's got to take out the thing, but I think he might have heard that. Blows up the wall and gets taken down. Such an efficient kill. Terror being really living up to his name. Brayden, how are you feeling so far?
Insane! As I was saying earlier, like I said, it's ride or die with these 2. As we saw, unfortunately, Rapid got those 2, but he got taken out, and we're going to see Terror here try to clean up all the rest of these kills. He's going to get that one. It's a 4v1. Terror knows where he is. He knows where Terror is. He's quick peeking. Zoffy's going to throw a flash. Oh my god, this isn't going anyway. He's going to peek through attic, and he's going to take it. Oh my god! These 2 are unstoppable together. Oh my.
I really feel like that round could have really gone badly for the Saints if there was not that focus there. This game is, if you're not aware, if you're not too familiar, and I wouldn't blame you because again, we don't get to see it very often, but when you do, it's an absolute treat. This game, it's critical to be able to hear, to be able to really be aware of the rotations, the map plays, be in the head of your opponent, and you have to use all of your senses, including the game sense, to make sure that you're able to counter whatever they've got going for you. So being able to pick up on that sound cue, knowing that he got that needle out and coming around swinging, very important.
It seems like St. Clair has that spidey sense as well. They seem to know exactly where their opponents are going to be, when they're going to make their move, and how to react, as they have a 3-0 lead right now. That's a big lead right now. They're just playing flawlessly, really. They've had very few teammates fall even.
Having a literal flawless round.
Over and over. They're just playing very, very well, taking these team fights amazingly as well. We're going to see the same team comps come out time and time again.
10 seconds.
It's not broke. Why change it?
Completely agree. And if it's broken, then utilize it until it's not broken anymore. And if we're going to use game speak, something being broken is very, very good. And Brayden, heading into this round, anything that you're taking an eye on, anything catching your attention.
We are going to see Terror switching off of the Thorn to Pulse. You know, on top of that, he's going to take one. He's
Oh my
get that early
god.
pick. That is insane. We're going to see that switch off there. On, you know, second floor, Oregon, the shield is very, very, very important. So, you know, having that shield there, we're actually going to see Terror being down here.
Yeah, I think during the trade there, he got taken out.
I didn't even
No
notice
one's
that.
there to revive him. I think he's all on his lonesome because he pushed up so far trying to get the first kill. But still, 1-for-1's not too bad, but that's a very powerful player to trade out. Just
And we're
for
going
one
to see,
kill.
actually, he does get picked up.
Yep.
Perfect.
Now he's very, very low, so...
They don't have a
Maybe a
dock
little
to
bit
heal him
less
up
care.
or anything, so it could be risky. He's going to have to play a lot more carefully, probably more carefully than he's used to, as we've seen him playing so aggressively, so effectively so far, especially with the pulse. You have information that nobody else would have access to, so you are able to be a little bit more greedy, a little bit more aggressive with that hole poked out in the bottom, the hole poked out on the right. Some pre-fires coming out. Everybody's looking for a scramble here. Flash is going off. It's absolute mayhem in this corridor, but Corey holding this angle like his life depends on it. Pre-firing like a madman, getting the perfect twitch to see if there's anybody there. He didn't spot anybody, but he knows someone's still there. He's going to have to make a rotation or commit. He's going to have to make some kind of decision as Asperia is going to make things very hard for them. Oh, but I think he might even see the arm there. Yes, he does, but he's not going to be able to fire enough. Corey, unfortunately, going to go down to Kryn, and now he has the angle. He has the corridor to himself, around the corner, trying to get the peek off. Not going to be able to find anything, but he's completely committing it. But he gets a double kill through the wall, I believe. This game, all about those angles, those wall bangs, those shots, destructible environments.
Now, for the first time, it seems like the Saints are on the back foot here, down a couple players, but playing their positioning well. Rapid gets one, but he's going to take a little bit of damage for that. Braden, what do you think about this?
Well, you know, as I was saying earlier, like when you're down players, especially on defense, you need to play aggressive because if you get down to that 1v3, that 1v4 situation, they can just rush you on site. So we saw Rapid there get aggressive. And we might see Salty Boy try to get a pick here to try to... Can't quite find it. He's going to throw a smoke. Fortunately, he's going to miss it.
He still got another one, thankfully, but he's not going to have another teammate as Rapid goes down. Just one left. It's just Salty Boy and Baka. And now it's just Baka holding down the fort. He is taking some damage, but he's not giving up. He's not giving in, and he must be feeling the pressure now. I've seen him take these situations time and time again, however, but unfortunately, he does not see the outlines like we do. He's checking the wrong side as it's a 50-50. He's either going to go left or right. Unfortunately, he went left. He's not going to be able to get that pick up.
And we saw there that what they did, unfortunately, have a live ping on him. So no matter what he did, unless he swung first, he was taken out. But that is okay because we are going to see Kettering get their first round. Still, St. Clair up 3-1. Anything could happen. I believe they're going to go dorms once again. Do the same hold. And we're going to see Pulse again. You see, Pulse with a shield is you know, he's very good. But
Attackers
Pulse
need
with
to
a
locate and
C4,
defuse
you can
bombs.
hold from bottom. You can, you know, you can nitro the plant as it goes down, and that is a huge curve.
It's funny whenever I see that happen. It's just like a little thing, and then the round's over, basically. I got a couple questions for you, Brandon, or Braden, sorry. Brandon was in here just a second ago.
Okay.
Give me some credit, give me some credit. So first, Aruni, we've seen this basically every round. I see that barrier going up. What exactly does that do for the Saints?
Well, I feel okay. So the barrier is as much as
10 seconds remaining.
Hold up, let me.
What does it
backtrack
literally
that.
do first?
So it can deal damage to a
5
player,
seconds left.
Okay.
but what it's mostly used for is to make attackers waste their util, their flashes, their smokes.
So
their
you,
grenades.
it basically does damage to whatever goes through it first,
Yeah.
and you can throw utility through it to get rid of that effect.
Yeah.
I see. I've been seeing them constantly throwing stuff through. I guess yeah, it acts as a gauge more or less.
However, the Arune pick is mostly used for knife ability, which can create massive holes in the wall instead of bringing a shotgun along.
Okay.
That's you know, that's very crucial on the defense to have those head holes or those feet holes, you know, where the attackers can't quite get you.
Like this one that he's creating right now, Enthusiast, seeing if he can get... This game is notorious for its incredibly insane angles and peak holes, but gonna get a pick up Rapid, getting brave, going outside, and getting on the offensive. Just what you want to see on the side of the Saints. But like I was saying, the insane angles that you can hold in this game and pickups you can get off of it. Pulse gonna be scanning, but he doesn't need to scan to hear bullet shots going on behind him, and he's gonna get the pickup, immediately dropping a drone as well. That's 2 for the Saints. Just 3 members on the side of Kettering University. Saints with their full lineup, nobody even taking a spot of damage.
Yes, this is a very, very good round, and we got a little bit of a standoff happening here over on the stairs.
He heard the footsteps.
Looks like Terror is gonna be a Terroring, chase him down here as we switch over to KU. He's gonna knock down the door there. Not gonna find much. Gonna try to keep setting up for his team. The window. Terror is on the prowl. He heard the bullets. He knows some of them are outside.
We are going
Wants
to
to get the kill.
We are going to see a lot here, that small tower take, both from Kettering and St. Clair, because if you can take that small tower, you can take all that map control.
Makes sense.
You basically have bottom floor to yourself. So I guess that's why, you know, we have Terror there holding the top of small tower. but he's going to jump in, and he's going to get this. Oh, he's going to get the peek, but he's going to be chased, and unfortunately, he's going to be taken out. That does make it a 4v2 for Kettering.
4v2 indeed. Hibana was getting some charges on the door. It looks like they want to start their breach. They want to start their assault. They want to get the diffuser down, but it's not going to be that easy. Again, they do only have 2 members left. Saints rocking a whole roster, -1 basically, on the floor. Looking through the gate. Oh, I think he actually saw him there. Might not have really noticed it was actually a person. I'm not sure. That gate does make it a little hard. What an insane angle to be holding. The pixel differences, the tiny details you want to be focusing on in this game. Pulls me from the door. They found the bomb site. They didn't know exactly where it was until just now. Got Baka holding his angle, and just like he should be, he knows that somebody's going to be trying to make their way through here eventually. Going to have to use his gadget. 30 seconds left before them to make it onto the pointer and wipe the rest of the Saints out. Going around the corner, Baka holding it steadfast. He saw the fire. He knows he's there. He just has to wait. Brayden, this is an intense situation. Salty Boy taking a lot of damage as well. What do you do here?
We are going to see the Captain jump in there. He had no time. Hibana knows just what she has to do, but unfortunately, I don't think she'll be able to make it with that 7-second timer. And we are going to see Rapid get her with the pistol. Unfortunate for Kettering.
Once again, everything seeming to play out in the Saints' favor.
That was...
Yeah, sorry, Brandon was doing a little dance there. Very happy about it.
I wish you guys could have seen that. That was impressive.
Get the picture.
Yeah, someday.
But overall, well played from the Saints, continuing their lead there. But Kettering did manage to win around there.
Yeah. Now, your time to shine, Brayden. We got a minute here, more or less, timeout going through. You've been in situations like this, I'm sure, where you just really got to hunker down and figure out what's going wrong. Is there anything you think that Kettering might try to be changing up or addressing before they head into this next round?
Well, you know, as you were saying, I have been in a situation like this where, you know, we are down, I'm not going to say quite substantially, but, you know, a decent amount of rounds. And, you know, we've had to take those timeouts in. It's more of an adjust in strategy, an adjust in mental. We try to talk about, you know, what could be wrong. And, you know, it's kind of different with everybody. I feel here they're talking more about, you know, how their executes could be a little better. Because we have seen, you know, they get to where they need to be. I'm sure their comms are amazing. But then just at that last, you know, minute to 45 seconds when that execute should be taking place, they kind of just stumble there at the end. While we see Rapid, Terror, Salty, and Core, you know, absolutely dominating that playfield.
So you think what they really need to be doing is make sure that whatever game plan they have, they stick to it and they execute it a little bit more tightly. They don't want to leave too many gaps for the Saints to fill in and disrupt their flow. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
you know, a term that is used a lot is stacking. You know, you don't want to take those 1v1s, those fair fights, because that can go 50-50. That can go anywhere. You know, if you stack up with a teammate, you know, it's that 2v1. There's a 99% chance you take that and you get that. You know, you get that.
We're taking a lot of straight one-on-ones.
Yeah, and we have seen Kettering do that, where, you know, they peek an angle that they just, you know, they shouldn't. Or in that last round, we saw, you know, Capitao pushing through big window and Hibana pushing through master. Just it wasn't the most, I'll say, tactical.
I was about to say that. It's like, you want to play attack, like, I got your flank. We're going on six rock. Check your 6, check your 5. But right now it seems like, okay, I'm going down here. You go up there, and then they both die. Yeah. You want to be a little bit more like the first example.
And we are going to see the buck pick here from Revenant, which he could use to try to play vertical if he could get
Skeleton
upstairs. Key. But we are going to see Rapid try to get aggressive here, try to get another pick. But Terror's going to take it off his hands. That is going to be the Ying, which is a big pick.
It's a big pick indeed. But Terror is quite low now. Trying to find another kill there before he gets getting out there. As Ryan, who can I find something? Not really. Just all the players in the positions, watching their angles, playing very, very carefully.
We are going to see Twitch and Buck here take small tower. As I was saying earlier, we are going to see that small tower take a lot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming here this is where Buck's going to go for that that vertical play. Ooh. He's clearing kitchen, making sure that nobody's there.
Checking his angles.
Yeah, checking his angles, because, you know, we know Terror and Rabbit have been those absolute rats this whole game, hiding in spots where nobody expects them to be. And, you know, I feel like they're learning from that now. They're checking every single corner, which they should be.
A minute and 30 seconds left. Kettering University is going to have to make that offense that they've hopefully rejuvenated a little bit faster here. Skeleton Key's going to open up a door. Terror is going to open up ahead with a headshot, getting the kill that he needs. more sprays going out on Oregon here. So much chaos. And they have to refocus. I feel right now, just looking at the way they're scrambling, it feels like they're getting a little bit panicked. They're not as confident as they should be in a situation like this. No matter what the advantage is, disadvantage, how many members you have left, whatever you do, you have to do it confidently. Would you agree?
And yeah, this is where I'm going to go back to what I was saying about that stacking up thing. You know, it is that 5v3, and we see here that Buck's in a complete opposite side of the map. Twitch is going to try, push up here with Jackal, and they might be. I think this is where they go for the execute. The last 40 seconds. Ooh, main stairs is barricaded.
Oh, so close, and he does find it. Just shooting through the door as if he could have seen right through it. He finds the head, and that's where the game knowledge comes in, knowing that somebody is probably going to be standing here at this point, at this time, at this angle, shooting at it just exactly how you need to. He finds the critical kill. That's one less Saint watching that corridor, and that's no longer going to be a flawless victory if the Saints still take this, but a couple seconds left, 10.
We're going to see the execute take place.
They planted the defuse, the smoke is up, and the bullets are flying, but they get the drop before the defuse goes down, taking a lot of damage. A triple kill for Terror, and Corey is going to get the last one. Going to take the round for the Saints yet again, and I believe this is the last round that the Saints are going to be defending before we shift over. How many rounds do you need to win? What's the format here and for the Saints to take the victory?
So, it is 1st to 7. However, if it does go 6-6, it would be 1st to 8.
I see. So for the overtime to be kicking in. And if there's one thing I know on the side of the Saints, it's my name is Baka, loves Zayana. He covered it for a second there, realizing, oh, I'm not playing ranked right now. I got to play my assigned operator. Going over to the ace, just like you said, he's probably going to be doing. And now we're going to get to see the Saints offense coming into play here. Any insights you want to be able to share on that? I know that things are probably going to get a little bit aggressive. Would you agree?
Yeah, and we're gonna see here is where that Thatcher play, comes in, or that Thatcher band comes into play. Sorry, I'm sure Kettering has done their research. We do tend to use Thatcher a lot on Oregon, and because he happens to be banned, we're gonna have to go for the Dokubi, the Lion, the Osa for those impact EMPs, which are just as useful as Thatcher's EMPs to get
What's
rid
the difference between them, if any?
So Thatcher's EMP, when you throw it out, there's I think it's a 2-second delay, and then it's this huge effect that can, I think it's 10 meters it can affect. And with those impact EMPs, it's just like a small 4-meter radius, and the second it touches something, it impacts.
I see. So it gives you a little bit more time to prepare, like drop down a breach charge or prepare somebody else's gadget to go for the infiltration. But they also do have Maverick. I remember when I was actively playing this game, this is probably one of the last operators that they released before I kind of stopped playing for a while. But he has the ability to use a blowtorch to silently breach holes in hard walls, so you can get really insane picks inside the defensive. You have some thoughts on that?
I've played Maverick before, but anyways, Cry gonna find a big pick on Terror. That's a big player out of the game there, but wow, and the Dokubi, very annoying.
I can promise you Terror is upset about that. He's very big on using your drones properly and trying not to miss drone as much as possible. And I'm pretty sure we did see there a miss drone by my name is Baka, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I think we're gonna see the walk-in closet take here coming from Corey and Baka.
Yeah, there's the impact EMP coming out. They want to make sure there's nothing above or around the door. They're gonna make their lives miserable, but there is gonna be a person there that could be making their life miserable as well. It's not gonna connect. They're not gonna be able to get the hard breach breaking down.
They're going for the shield, I see.
Is that supposed to happen?
Unfortunately, Mai's magnets are gonna be there. They didn't clear them as good as they should have.
I see, that's what's happening. So that operator pulls in gadgets that are going through. Very interesting.
We see here the Jaeger and Mai. They're both anti-util agents. The Jaeger zaps them out of the air instantaneously, while Mai brings them to a different spot and then lets them detonate. Both extremely useful agents to have on the team. We are going to see the Attic take here coming in from Salty Boy and Rapid. Double push. Rap's going to take a lot of damage, unfortunately. There is somebody below Attic. Could they find the pick?
Oh, from behind, my name is Baka is going to find out Enthusiast, take him out, and it's going to be a floor shot. But around the corner, Rapid finds the kill on Revenant, doing a lot of damage in this corner. All these holes are coming into play.
They don't know that he's below. Rapid got the first pick, but he didn't know he was below. They hear the phone going off. They have to know he's below now, right?
They must, surely.
It's being very loud. He thinks they know where he is, but I don't think they're going to go for anything crazy.
We're not going to see the
plant
go
push.
down.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
There it is. 5 seconds left.
I thought he just stepped on an entry map. But he did actually. His
That's
teammates-
one.
Oh,
He finds
Rapid
two.
two.
He finds three. Taken out by Baka there, right at the last moment.
Baka finding the round-winning kill. Not gonna let that go the way of Kettering University. You gotta be the thorn in their side. I wish I could see his face right now, because he's probably cheesing.
I can guarantee you he is up in arms. Oh, and we're gonna see the
Sneaky.
little trash. I'm not gonna say trash talk, but the little conversations we're gonna see between Salty and Kettering.
For sure. The Saints, they don't trash talk. They like to have fun with their opponents, because who doesn't? At the end of the day, we're all playing a game and having a great time. So when something sneaky happens, you gotta say it.
You gotta say this.
Attackers need to locate
Absolutely.
and defuse
And
bombs.
speaking of sneaky, we're sneaking up is match point, and we're at it right now. Saints are 1 round away from taking this first game. Braden, you think that this has been very well played for the Saints, business as usual, out of character. How do you think, is this
Attackers
about
discovered the location of
anything
a bomb.
surprise you with the Saints play today?
Well, as of right now, everything seems pretty, normal. Nothing major's been changed. We did see that mirror pick in basement, because like I was saying earlier, she doesn't normally get banned. But other than that, everything's been pretty, cookie cutter with us. As I was saying, this is our best map. So, I expect us to be able, to take it.
5 seconds remaining.
I was hoping for a 7-0, but I'll go for a 7-1.
I think it could happen. It's seeming very likely at this point. The momentum that the Saints have built up throughout this series is undeniable. But just like that, I'm not even going to use the util. Just going to break the door the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3 with the knife. Going to go for the other door as well. Want to make your entry ambiguous. Don't tell them exactly where you're going and potentially misguide their attention somewhere else. Using the drones, immediately trying to gather as much information as they can. Terror is going to be utilizing that to his advantage. Mute is going to make things a little bit difficult thanks to the jammers, but Salty Boy is going to be the first to go down. Enthusiast is going to find the first kill of this round. Saints have to creep out, creep in, and find anything they can to make this go down, but as he's going in the corner, Terry gets picked. He was not able to see that in time. Blowtorch is going to be utilized. Rapid is going to try to find any sneaky picks he's going to be able to use. Same situation here. The util is not going to be working, but they found it. Both are down, and now they can go for the breach. Throwing it on the wall. It's going to be able to start going down, and Corey is in position to make the most of it.
Unfortunately, though, it is mute jammed. That is a huge disappointment for St. Clair, because now, with those 2 impact EMPs gone, they can get the corner, though. Oh my god. They just know those angles. This team just knows those angles.
Oh, Rapid gonna go down though. Oh, he takes one out. Surviving with a little bit of health there, and we got a little bit of a standoff here through the walls. Do they know? I think he has a feeling, but can't quite find an angle here. Shoot the ground there, take out the
Jammers. Yeah, you got to get rid of those as best as you can.
Laying on Armory stairs. Corey could be taken out here if, she decides to peek Master. This is getting quite nerve-wracking.
A wounded member of Kettering University is going to crawl their way into safety to get picked up. And now, my name's Baka. He's in a very vulnerable position. They spotted him, but now he sees, he knows he's going to take one, take 2. My name is Baka on a tear, but he sees the 3rd, and he gets it, question mark? No, he still down did a lot of damage, though. And now, it's getting creepier and scarier. You got to be careful. Halloween's may over, but you got to still be sneaky. Get crafty, get spooky. Take together the corpse parts, and they find one behind the bed. The barrier is up. Braden, take this away from me.
He's planting. This could be it. Rapid's gonna hold top white. Anything could happen. He doesn't know he's on the left side of the door, however.
Doesn't know. He went around the corner. It's probably the worst possible time. It's a one-on-one. My name is Baka versus Kryn, and it's gonna be it, Braden. You know more, but anybody here, what's going on? Tell me about
The
it.
diffuser is down. Anyone can see Braden take it away.
This is that 1v1 situation. We're gonna see, he's gonna try and...
He gets it!
Let's go, Buck! I love you!
He was patient. He knows. He waited. He waited for the sound cue. He knew exactly where the diffuser was, and he went for it, getting the kill. That's going to be a 7-1 victory for the Saints for the first round against Kettering University. Such an excellently played map, Braden. I want you to tell me exactly what's going through your mind, buddy.
Just that last round in particular, quite insane. SEC, my name is Bach, is, my good friend.
Mine as well.
So, seeing him get a disgusting double kill right there, and then the final kill to get,
Really proving himself.
yeah, to take the game, not even just the round, the game. My heart's racing. I'm quite happy.
Mine
I
as well.
don't even know what to say.
Matthias, relatively more calm.
Yeah, that was just an amazing game. You know, I've done this quite a few more times, so I still get excited, but keep the composure because someone needs to be
Yes,
the rock
I
here
appreciate
for
it,
us.
'cause
And we're all
God
screaming.
knows I
this
can't.
table can only take so much abuse. If we all were jumping and banging on it, it would be broken in no time. But overall, an amazing showing. But that's only our first game. I'll pop off for game 2 or game 3, you know, when everything's on the line,
Fair
when
enough.
they take it all home here today. But wow, a 7-1 victory today is a great first game here for Saints. So they're looking to hopefully close this out in the next game 2.
And yeah, with that being said, the Saints have broken maybe our expectations a little bit. We thought this was going to be a really close one. It still has potential to be, but with the 7-1 victory, anything can happen at this point. But things being broken, so will our break. We're going to go to a quick one, allow ourselves to recover and recoup, and we'll see you guys very, very shortly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Starting off very strong with a 1-1 game here. It's a game day here today. We saw Rainbow Six earlier, and now we have Rocket League with Ramen getting a nasty goal off rip. Only 20 seconds into the game, we have a goal for every 10 seconds. St. Clair Green versus Akron University. And two demos right off the bat. It's a very action-packed game we have here today. And Ramen getting another goal right off the bat. This is an insane start to a match. Akron University, a well-known, very powerful team here today. And we're back again with a nice new overlay going on.
We had an incredible, strong start for the Saints game day today with our Rocket League action. I am Daniil, also known as Bennett McGee, joined by Matthias Talbot, the gentleman who is just carrying the broadcast for a little bit just there. And we have our specialist guest here today, Braden, also known as Charm, member of the St. Clair Saints Academy Rainbow Six team.
Woohoo.
And tell me how you're feeling about our game today. We have our St. Clair College Gold team against Akron University. I believe you're saying their Rainbow Six team was one of the best, but here, maybe Rocket League might not be their game, as our Saints are giving them one hell of a fight. And now, Ramen pouring through the field. Center field is ready, a clean gold, but he is not going to let that happen. He's going to be deflecting that as Christian Gold is alongside the wall, going for it. Trevor gonna beat the 50 there. It's open, not for long though. Christian comes around the corner, but he's gonna get a lob into the net. I'm not even gonna try to say the name. Milo, sponsored by JanSport by Backpack. You, my friend, are now known just as Milo for the rest of today. But a beautiful goal, tying it up 2-2. So much action already. Rocket League, I feel it can be either feast or famine. You either see 10,000 goals in the first 5 seconds, or you see none until the very last. But it seems that for here, we're gonna go with the former. A lot of action to take us out here today.
Yes, both teams very evenly matched here. As we see Jonathan going for a little bit of a setup here with this team. The rest of St. Clair going to knock that out of their goal to go to the other side. But looks like Akron there to intercept, contest that shot on the goal that's happening right now. Go for a little bit of a setup of their own. Mountain defensive, but Kipper's there to break up attack. Milo has a lot of boost in the tank there. He's going to try and set something up here. He's going to make a mad dash for the ball, go for a little bit of a goal, but not going to find much as Ramen knocks it all the way there. Jonathan's going to meet it in the air. Now it's in the corner. Try and get it out of the corner here. But another shot on the goal. It's going to get saved out by Akron. They're certainly getting up here today. Just going back and forth. These teams are so evenly matched, but as I say that, Akron looking to find a goal here and almost gets in, but a little bit of a misplay there. Just barely doesn't hit it there. And Ramen going to get a setup as well. It's going to be a very long match here today.
And with that being said, the action is going non-stop, and there's so much action going on today. If you don't want to miss a second of it, be sure to type !streams in chat to see where all of the games are going down. Today we have the Rocket League team on Saints Gaming CA3, but if you want to know where any of the action we're having tonight, like our Overwatch teams or our Rainbow Six team, where they're going to be playing and what streams you can watch to catch all of that action, be sure to type !streams in the chat. But while we have the action in front of us, we're definitely going to be doing our most to enjoy it. I'm enjoying so much of what these teams are putting on a show for us right now. Milo carrying that ball forward and went for a shot, but it's not going to connect. But a nice touch on the side, flying by, zipping through. The net was open, and nobody was able to capitalize off of it on the Saints side. They thought it was cleared out, but Trevor.
Oh, Jonathan there with the big block.
Oh.
Demoing him as well. That was so disrespectful of his switch back to Rainbow Six.
I was staring deep in Matthias' eyes, just in utter shock at that block. I come back on Rainbow Six Siege. Now, Braden, a lot to take in here. Just a lot of information to kind of sift through, but I believe you're capable of it.
We
and now we got
Overwatch. And as you can see in the bottom left-hand corners, we have the multi-streams going right now. If you want just Overwatch, you can go over to Saints Academy CA2. If you want just Rainbow Six, you can go to Saints Academy CA. And if you just want that pure Rocket League goodness, you can go to Saints Gaming CA3.
Just like we mentioned, it's a lot of action here tonight. Our Saints Academy Overwatch team doing very well in the division. I believe they are 4-0. Their opponents, Robert Morris University, are going to have a lot to prove in their game against them. Kettering University on the side of our Rainbow Six side was a very impressive game that our Saints put on for us in the first time, but it feels like Kettering University wants to prove that they are a very strong competitive team. I believe that they are capable of it, and like Like we were just looking at our Rocket League teams before. Things are pretty stable, pretty even. With 1 minute remaining on Rocket League, it's only a matter of time before something exciting and something very scary happens for either team. Akron University is leading 3-2 against the Saints, but now we're going to be going 2-4. Akron University taking another very cheeky goal. It was such a clean shot, basically passing it himself and pinching it into the net up the left side, bouncing down. Nobody on the Saints side was able to stop that one.
St. Clair College Gold team has a lot to cover here today as they need 2 goals in just a little over 48 seconds here, as Akron not letting up on the pressure as they get a demo right off the bat. Kipper going to go for a shot, but Trevor going to save it out. Now, Saints going to try and get a rebound goal, but it's not going to happen as Akron gears up for another push there, but Jonathan going to go for a shot. Kipper going to save it out. Now it's going to get passed back and forth. Ramen
30 seconds.
Make something happen in the next 30 seconds, or else Saints are going to lose this first game here today. You don't want to lose this, as we are in CRL. This is what you've been trying to earn for. This is what we've all been playing for. And here we are, as Akron just gearing up for another goal. There's just cementing and taking the pressure all the way to the bank.
2 and 5.
Yeah, 2 and 5, 3 goals, 12 seconds. It's probably not looking good if you're a Saints fan. Looks like we're gonna go to game 2. Akron taking the first game here today.
And you know, we did see that heavy pressure from Ramen there with the first 2 goals in the first, I want to say, like 25 to 30 seconds there. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to see much from them this, the past couple minutes. But that is all right, because as Matthias was just saying, we're going to go into the next game, and I believe in St. Clair. I believe we'll take that one.
I've seen them come back from worse, and it was spectacular when they did it before. It'll be spectacular if they pull it off again. That's game 1 going to the side of Akron University, but now Kettering University. Saints are up 1 round already, starting on the offense this game instead of the defense side. That could do something for their momentum, as now they are beginning the prep, and the round is just starting. The action phase has begun, and oh, there will be action. Trust me.
We are going to see the thermite pick, and there's that Thatcher that I was telling you about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be used to open that main wall and offices there that we unfortunately cannot see right now. And that wall right there, that we're going to see the Buck take with his secondary hard breach, but unfortunately it will be muted. These Thatchers or these impact EMPs are probably one of, if not the most useful equipment, that the attackers have to just open up points of entry that normally they wouldn't.
Now, I was under the impression that Mute's Jammer was only really effective against drones, but that's not the case?
No. Mute's Jammer, I'm honestly not 100% sure if it was updated or if it was always like this, but Mute's Jammer now does...
Oh, just like Rapid, now getting a double kill. 4-3, the Saints are on a tear. They're going to take another pickoff, but now...
Saints are also on a tear in Overwatch as they have 90% on the board. It looks like Robert Morris had initial site control, but they managed to flip the script all the way around as it looks like they confirm their first game here on this map.
Yay, St. Clair.
Yeah, well played. They played amazingly there that day, and Robert Morris now has to play catch-up.
Very well done by the Saints, the academy side of things. We already know. I don't think Theo's playing today, but they're still playing excellently. Just goes to show, even without that excellent play on their side, they are still able to put on an amazing performance, taking out the first game against RMU.
We are.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
My
are
mistake.
actually gonna see the Holy Juan there on the right side underneath Robert Morris University. Kind of weird, but that's all right. You know why? We live and we learn.
We live and learn.
Now we'll know what side to look at. And that's all good. And we are gonna see St. Clair win that attacker round as well. Gonna be.
So wait, does that mean Robert Morris took that first round then?
I think so.
That does, yeah.
That does mean that.
Are actually not on a tear. They're being
poop. But it's okay. You know why? Because now we know everything. We know what we're doing. We're going good. We are going to see that.
The intense action going off the top left. Again, if you don't want to miss any of the Saints Academy CA2, the Overwatch team is going insane. Now they're going on it there. I can confidently say that. The boys are super coordinated, taking the first point, and now they just have to hold it as long as they can. That's the game of Overwatch. You can be going one way, and at the switch of a switch, you'll be going completely the other way. That's just how switches work, parallel.
It's all about that team play, honestly. You just have to play as a team, play all together, and just keep keep that tight-knit group, because any mistake, any stragglers will get picked off, and if you're down one member of your team, that accounts for a lot. Every team has a role to play, whether you're DPS, whether you're tank, or whether you're support. Now, getting a big fight here with both tanks, but tank's gonna get taken out. That's the role that you don't want to lose, as we got a team kill happening from Robert Morris. He's getting a lot of kills back and forth here, but it's gonna just go all the way in their favor as they retake the point.
Trading back and forth, it seems both teams are Saints Academy versus Robert Morris University. They were just as devastating as the Saints' offense was against them. The Robert Morris University returned the favor and just completely decimated the line of defense from the Saints. But now it seems the Saints are beginning their offensive push yet again. The Holy One putting up a wall, preventing the Bastion from getting away with everything that he wants. Grubby now battling it out on top of trying to get dominance, trying to get control, keeping the high ground, pushing off the opponent. That's going to be, no, he's going to stay on the map, throwing the spear, but he's going to get the kill regardless. Just shields are spinning, spears are going right behind him, trying to keep the push, pushing it back. It doesn't need to get him off. He's just going to kill him right then and there on the point, trading out, trying to find anything, but she's going to have to escape, disappearing into the night, and the wall's going to go up temporarily as the Holy One pushed up, going to try to get the freeze. Doesn't even need it. Just a lot of damage coming out, and just like that, the Saints have won this push, this defense. They have the point yet again, and now it's ticking up slowly. The Saints are doing so well to hold the side.
Arisa leading the charge there, playing very, very well. And inside of Rocket League, we have one goal, and we're going to R6 right now. Here we are.
Still,
the cameras playing very methodical.
Still on the attack. St. Clair will. Oh, wait up! He sees the feet.
Oh!
That is unfortunate. Oh, and we're gonna see the trade there from Baka and Revenant. That is a big trade for Revenant there, knowing that now the hard breach is down. Unless a wall was open, then I'm not sure if Rap's gonna get one. He's gonna get the second. It is now a 3v1.
He already knows where it is. He's shooting through the wall, trying to lock him down. The triple kill.
The 1v1, both at approximately half HP. This could go either way. Could Kettering? He's gonna walk through it.
Oh, he went for this pre-fire. He just went 100 for it. But now he's going to be using his skeleton to open a doorway where a door wasn't there before. Going to go through, but he's going to be taking so much damage. And that's going to be the round. He's going to be able to get picked off by Infamous. And as he tried peeking out, he was going to get put down.
Got very aggressive there at the end.
Yeah, very aggressive, just like the Saints are playing aggressively for Rocket League. Shooting forward into the corner, rolling off the side. Gonna be centering it. Ramen is gonna get taken down for it, though. His teammates are not gonna let that go in vain. Rolling around, side of the field. Kipper going up to try to meet him. Loses the 50, Trevor, but Christian's there to save it. Bouncing it out before it could roll into the net. Now, Ramen back up and running. He got fixed up by the pit crew, as you could say. Christian bouncing off of the roof. Gonna try to stop that ball, and he finds it, pinches it against the floor.
Yeah, there's about 14 seconds left on the clock here. Akron looking to make 2 goals in a very short amount of time, but it looks like the St. Clair Saints are gonna take this home and tie up the leaderboard right now, making this 1-1 in this best of 5 as the ball is up in the air. Anything can happen, but miracles are not bound to happen yet for Akron as St. Clair takes home the game 2.
Now, I'm not keeping count, but I'm pretty sure I called that one.
I think you did, honestly.
St. Clair Gold.
I believe you.
St. Clair Gold has some of the best Rocket League players I've seen in a long time, out of the Pro League, obviously, out of the Pro scene.
Oh,
obviously.
100%.
And you know, they just their work together is unmatched.
100%. And just like the work was being put in, I believe that was Robert Morris University taking this game. You can see the play of the game from the Sojourn, using the ultimate to try to get as many pickups as he can. Taking out the Holy One, that is play of the game worthy, in my opinion. Very interesting play of the game. And now we're back to Rainbow Six Siege. Doors being open, Rapid trying to get any pickoffs he can with the spray. Terror going through as Finka, keeping it open.
We are attacking Karaoke and T here, one of the more notorious sites on Skyscraper. However, you know, we're going to see this a lot from St. Clair. They're going to want to go through Exhibition, want to go through Office, you know, take as much space as physically possible as to not let Ketterington swarm them.
Makes sense. And with that being said, I feel like the Saints, you know, it's 2-1 right now. Saints at this point in the previous game hadn't dropped a single one. Do you think that this has affected their mental and their approach to this one at all, or is it just business as usual? As Terra goes down, this could be huge for Kettering University again. I think they've recognized, if not before, they definitely have now, that taking out Terror is going to be a big part in making sure that these rounds go their way. And we were not able to catch every part of the previous rounds, but I have a feeling that picking out Terror was the start of how things started going good for them. As Rapid tries to make the rotation, Kryn was there to watch the angle, Drone picking it up as well. I see a common theme. Every time this guy gets a kill, he picks up a drone right after. Very interesting how that works out. Infamous is going to go try to trade, but Corey's going to go down. Salty Boy is going to go down as well. Now it's just, oh sorry, that was Salty Boy is going to get a kill. That's going to be Baka going down. It's just Salty Boy on the Zofia. He's going to have to do his work to try to get the diffuser down, but with a minute and 5 seconds remaining, it's not going to be the best thing in the world.
To try and clutch this one out here, Braden, do you think he's going to make this here?
I've said it once and I'll say it another 1,000 times. In a situation like this, you need to be aggressive. And Salty Boy knows that, being the head coach of the academy team, he knows what needs to be done. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to do this, not knowing that somebody's in the corner. Unless he does know, he's going to pre-fire, and he's going to get it. Oh my!
Have some faith in your coach, buddy.
I love my coach. Don't.
Oh,
He's going to find the second one.
I love him too.
Oh, but unfortunately, he's going to get caught in the frost mat. But with the new update, you can res yourself. However, you are slower. He's going to need a pre-fire to the left here. He's going to peek him to the right. He's going to have to play behind the shield. He's not going to be able to find the frost. Unfortunately, he cannot run away.
But he can use a flash here that might pull it off for him. But I thought he was out there behind a wall. He's not going to know. He's not going to have a clue.
He's going to hear you through the mic, and he's going to use it.
Maybe. Going for the flash, coming around the corner, but he's just so slow. He's not going to be able to utilize it as well as he probably could have.
Oh, and unfortunately, Salty Boy's going to
such low HP, and again, he had the angle. There's no way Salty Boy really could have done much there, but with what he was able to work with.
Brought it down to a 1v2 though from the 1v4. He scored the double kill. He tried his best, and that corner kill was very impressive. The game sense was very, very impressive. As we move over to Rocket League, looks like Akron University's game sense is very, very good, as they have a 2-goal lead already 2 minutes into this game. But Kipper going to get the demo, try and flip the script on him, but they're not going to find anything. As Akron looking to keep up the pressure, go for another goal, but they're not going to find it. Flips back over to control.
Now we got Jonathan rolling through the air, seeing if he can try to get any action going for himself, but it's not going to be that easy. The Saints are rolling around, zipping like a swarm of bees and sharks, bee-shark hybrids, I'd call them. Just so vicious and so deadly. Rolling on the side, Kipper trying to center that. Christian behind him, keeping it forward. Ramen trying to capitalize, make it all possible, but it's not going to go their way. Now back, he's rolling off the side. He almost just missed that, but Christian is going to be there to defend, forcing it to hit the I almost said rim, trying to hit the post, and Ramen now carrying it up. And with all that action going on, if you don't want to miss a second of it, feel free to type !streams in the chat to see where all these games are going down. Or again, Saints Academy CAs, where you can find the Rocket or Rainbow Six game, Saints Academy CA2s, where you can find the Saints Overwatch game, Academy Overwatch game, and Saints Gaming CA3s, where you can find the Rocket League CRL match going on that we're watching just now. Going up, trying to go see where he could find it. And it's going to be the next push. Kipper gonna go back, roll it off the wall. He's gonna get intercepted in the air. But can he find a single opening? It's not gonna be likely.
Akron finds an opening though, as they score their 3rd goal in a row. They're running away with it here. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. It's looking more and more like they're gonna take this game 2, or game 3.
Trading back and forth they were, but not anymore.
You know, I've noticed a common theme so far in these games where we see...
Oh, a team kill for the Academy team, by the way. We were able to wipe out all of Robert Morris University.
Oh,
but
I
finish
think
your
Robert Morris wiped them all out.
No, the Saints were alive and they just capped the point.
Robert Morris is on the right.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. You're right. You're correct.
I am correct, and so is Ramen getting the ball going right into the net. So correct. You can't get more correct than getting a goal, but you can get a little bit more correct. And when you're playing as Sigma Grubby, one of the best tanks I've ever seen play to grace this game, he's going to be pushing up and holding as much as he can, making the center point for his team, getting a shield up. Nobody's going to be able to get through, not even the Bastion, but PogChamp is going to be able to find Willow. Janet is going to get the return kill on PogChamp, but he pops the ultimate, bringing them up and slamming them down. The Saints are going to have to do their best to capitalize off of it, and that they do. A lot of bodies are going down for the side of Robert Morris University, and the Saints are just making it look a little bit too easy, gentlemen.
You know, Grubby there was on the DPS role for a long time, and we have seen him switch over to the tank position, and I feel like that in itself has been one of the driving factors for the Academy team.
Speaking of driving factors,
They're driving the ball towards the neck there. Akron not letting up on the gas, as St. Clair isn't either, as they're going for a little bit of reversal here, trying to even up the scoreline, but with only 20 seconds left. It's not looking great as Milo trying to get something to work for his team. Trevor going to whiff the goal, but Jonathan going to set it up again, but Kipper going to knock it right out of there, all the way across the field as Raman's gearing up. He needs to find something here. They have 10 seconds left on the clock. He finds it open, he's going for it, but it's going to get blocked out by Akron, and Akron, within the next few seconds, could be claiming their second game, and they almost got another goal, but that's going to get shut down, going to hit the ground, but that is 2-1. Akron taking the lead here in the series.
Now, if history repeats itself, we might actually see the 5th map coming in from Akron to be St. Clair there. But we are going to switch over to Overwatch, where we're going to see
Ultimate.
catching so many, slamming them down. That's going to be a lot of Saints. It has G skills as well. Team kill for team kill. You know, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You do that, and you get some sick plays in the game. I don't know about the whole world going blind, but at the very least, we get to watch that while we still have our eyes. I'm going to be very grateful that we caught that one as the Holy Juan looking to restart the offense for the Saints.
Yeah, they are looking to restart this offense, regroup the team. You know, after something massive like that happens to you, you now don't have to worry about that happening again, because that was an ultimate. They'll be off the board for a little while right now. They're pushing up, trying to get through this overpass push. We're going to see the LR ult come out. Going to hit a lot of them, but they find 1 kill, maybe 2. And then find that, make it a 3rd, and they find it. That is going to be it.
Oh,
now they can finally push past this overpass. There's probably 1 straggler left, just the Sigma. On the other end, cleaning up the kills. Wow, great plays by St. Clair College. This is probably going to buy them. Let's check here.
I thought he got that headshot. Could have been pretty big if he was able to find a pick there. Not likely that he was going to be able to, though, but holding that angle is such an intense situation for the Overwatch teams. This point is very critical. They're just about to reach a checkpoint, which should give the Saints a much better spawn, but they're just holding it so well. The Holy Juan committing the ultimate and G skills behind the rest of the Saints pushing out, and they do get the kills. The Saints are going to be able to breach the defense of Robert Morris University, and they're going to be able to keep the push going. They get past the checkpoint, and now things are looking a lot better for them.
Things aren't looking up for St. Clair against Akron right now, as Akron gets an early goal in the first minute.
Yeah.
And just a review, I mean, never mind, here we are, back focusing on Overwatch. You know where the action is. It's happening right here with their final stand, their final push over here. Tank v tank, Sigma v Sigma. This is it.
And it's so overwhelming. It's so critical. Make sure when you're playing a tank, you have to be so focused. Make sure that you're getting all the angles that you need, putting the shield right where you need to, getting the stuns that you can find as best as possible, delaying every second. Every second matters. These ultimates, they're getting closer and closer. Whoever gets them first is going to be able to make such a big difference. Grubby getting the stuns off. The shields are committing. They're making sure that they're staying in each other's face as much as possible. Cosmo Champ has his ultimate. Jadden does as well. Both supports. Now G-Skill's picking up as well. Will they be able to capitalize or push forward? That's going to be up to them, whether or not they commit. But now Skelsey has his ultimate as well, going to be able to pick up both teams. Grubby does not have it just yet, and that's going to be a huge ultimate. All the ultimates going to be ready on the side, and committed Willow is going to go for it and try to find whatever he can. But now the Matrix is going to be committed as well. Backside finds Grubby, or finds Skelsey, going to be able to meet him, but he's so low HP, 200 now. They're trying to fight, they're pushing around, they're jumping, going to be brought up and slammed down. So low, but the Saints are going to keep him alive, not for too much longer though. They finally lose Grubby, and the defense is going to start to crumble, or the offense rather, since the Saints are pushing, but it's not going to be completely dead yet. PogChamp is going to pick up the ultimate. They're going to have a 100%, and Grubby now is going to be respawning. Looking, the Saints are going to try to be pushing back up and regain that lost momentum.
Yeah, it's what Overwatch is all about, carrying away the momentum here today, and very rough to regain the momentum. This is a big choke that they have to push.
95%.
They're probably going to be stuck under this bridge here for quite a while, as we see the Graviton, or the Gravity ultimate there for Sigma. Online for Grubby. Very, very strong one. That could be what you need to change the team fight. He's going to get a stun out, try and get the team, try and get the back up.
Oh,
the alarm's going to get him though. He's going to get stun stuck, and now they're just going to pick off the Saints one by one. Both their DPSs fall here. just pretty much the tank and the supports, and that's not enough DPS. They needed to get a couple kills there, did not find it. So it's going to be a very, very rough time as they only have 30 seconds left. They need one more mad dash for this payload.
They are finally going to commit the PogChamp using the ultimate. Is going to be able to get some critical pickoffs, but it's not going to be enough. Never mind, it just might be, as they just barely get a team kill. And using that momentum, they're going to get a huge push with not that much time remaining. This next fight very well could be the last one. Willow and Reddy are going to have their ultimates. Nobody on the side of the Saints, but G-Skills is fairly close. It's going to come down to excellent ability usage and pick-off potential and focusing in order to turn this to the Saints' favor. But just like that, Grubby stunned up, trying to keep it forward, but he's going to go down without a tank. This is going to be very, very hard for the Saints, and ultimately is going to be on G-Skill, but they find it! They were able to find the push with nobody on the point for long enough that the Saints weren't going to be able to get the touch that they needed to get the round and take it for them for that first game.
Yeah, well played all around. They stuck it out with only 12 seconds left on the clock, though. That's not going to be a lot to play with if this does go to overtime. Now, Robert Morris is put in the position to carry this all the way to the bank, even it up, and play for game 3 there. But now, we're over near Rocket League. Kipper scoring a goal, evening out the scoreline, much like Robert Morris needs to do in Overwatch. Saying earlier, there, we only have a minute or so left. Look at that goal. Ramen just kicking in ever so slightly. A big pass to his teammate. Finishing it all out.
As I was saying earlier, I'm just gonna bring it up, okay? Listen, the way that these games have been going, it has seemed to be a very you win one, you lose one
back and forth trading
series so far. And St. Clair having 2, Akron having 2, a minute left, anything could happen in a minute. Like, I've seen
a
games,
lot of things.
Anything, literally anything.
It could happen, but St. Clair is going to have to dig deep and try and win against Akron University, because if they just get one goal here, that would spell the end of this series.
See off the wall, he shoots it down from the center, and he's going to exit! Just a missile from cross field, just listen to that, watch that, just like that, perfectly placed,
what a
perfectly
setup.
Coordinated, dropping it just down. His teammate coming from left side, knowing exactly where it was going, is gonna shoot it right in the net. With 3-2, now it's on Saints to find a goal to turn this series in their favor. They don't want to end it here, but they're gonna have to put in a lot of work to find a goal to keep them in this match. Bouncing it back, Jonathan's gonna keep it in the air. Trevor's gonna try to capitalize off of it in the wall. All Akron has to do is prevent the Saints from getting a goal, and that's just stalling, and more stalling with their defense. Christian is gonna go in the air and find a shot, but he's not gonna be there to push it forward, but Ramen is from middle field, and no one was gonna be able to defend that. He was not gonna be able to predict exactly where it was gonna go, and Ramen is gonna get the capitalization, but Trevor wasn't there in time. 3-3 with 16 on the clock. A lot can happen in a minute, Braden.
As I was saying, that minute up, it's 3-3. These last 13 seconds could either be the end of this series or
leading
just
us
the
into an
beginning.
overtime.
And it might be the end as Akron finds a goal out of nowhere.
Trevor was in the perfect place at the perfect time. As the replay catches up, we can see Milo pinching it off, and Trevor inconspicuous. You wouldn't even suspected that guy to be the one to get that goal, but he was. With 9 seconds, the Saints are gonna have to pull everything that they have to get a goal.
Exactly, the last 5 seconds here, it's all on the line here. Saints need to find something. If they don't find it against a little bit of a whiffed contestant there, the Saints do have a chance. They can bring it into OT, and that is what they need here today, or else they lose the entire series. Kipper gonna knock it up, keep that ball up in the air. This is their last chance. This is their dying hope alive. They're gonna keep it alive. They're gonna get it. They might get it in, and they might tie it up. And they're bringing it into an overtime.
Tie it up 4-4. Not even a... They're not allowed to have the ball touch the floor, and they find it, taking us to an overtime. Gentlemen, what just happened?
They are the king of clutches right now. Bring it to overtime time and time again, tying it up, keeping their hope alive here. But it's not over yet. They need to win this overtime to maybe bring this to a game 5. But it looks like Akron keeping up the pressure, already have a little bit of control in the Saints net, but Ramen gonna run away with it, try and find an opening, but Trevor gonna find it right there in the air as well. This is gonna be a very, very even match here, but it looks like it's wide open there. We're seeing a lot of opportunities, but a lot of good defenses. And the Saints need to keep themselves alive. They fought so hard for this chance, and now they need to make use of it.
It's unbelievable, isn't it, Braden?
This is getting insane. us at the desk here, we are having the time of our life watching this Rocket League game.
Absolutely am. But it might not be the time of the lives for the Saints if they lose this one. They're fighting so hard, and the last round is a testament of such. The coordination, the mechanics that they needed in order to pull off that goal is unparamount. But just like that, Akron University is going to snuff out the dream of the Saints to pull back quite potentially the comeback of all comebacks. But they don't want to see it. Akron University is going to get the last goal required to take out the win, and that's going to be the end of the Rocket League for tonight. As we move on, the action never ends. St. Clair Saints are 5-2 for Rainbow Six. And remember, you just need to get 7 to win this game. If the Saints win this game, they win the series against Kettering University. It's been such a hard-fought battle for both teams on both games as the St. Clair Saints Academy Overwatch team.
I need to point this out.
Please
Robert
do.
Morris is running away with it right now. They have 4 minutes left on the clock, already pushing up to the final point right now. They're already at the choke point that Saints were at in overtime, and now the life is falling. The tanks are being taken out, and Willow with the overclock getting a double kill. This is getting pretty insane here as Holy Juan trying to be the last bastion of defense, going to take out the tank there, but Willow cleaning up the rest of his team as there's only 2 left. They're going to have to retreat back and try and play for the next final stand here today.
Holy Juan, he's got nothing in his hands but a gun and nothing in his heart but a dream. He's gonna have to pull everything he has inside of him to make this work, but Sigma is standing there holding the line. PogChamp is gonna go down to the other bastion on the other side of Robert Morris University, but Holy Juan pops ultimate and is just firing shots, trying to find anything that he can, but they're not gonna be exactly, but he does find something through the shot there. Perfect collaterals, but the ultimate is gonna be committed, and the beam is gonna go out. It's gonna find the Holy Juan in his little nest, and just like that, the Saints are gonna lose the round, and I believe lose the game.
Nope.
No.
We're going to overtime. Now, how fast you did this. They both got 3 points, right? But the Saints only have a minute to take the cart all the way to the end, and their opponents now have 4+ minutes, depending on how well they do this.
That's gonna be a daunting task. The Saints only got that to the end with 12 seconds remaining, so they're going to have their work cut out for them, just like Kettering University is going to have their work cut out for them.
Won the last round, though, it seems.
They did. They took it from 5-2 to 5-3, but again, Saints just need to win 2 more rounds to secure the victory, Braden. Again, for those of us just joining us, Braden's quite our Rainbow Six specialist. He's on the team that we're watching right now, the St. Clair College Academy Rainbow Six team, and tell me what's going through your mind as you're watching this map setup.
You know, in recent games and in recent days, we've decided that, you know, Skyscraper will be one of our maps. So we like to practice a lot here, and I feel like this 5-3 score that we're seeing represents that. You know, any other game we probably wouldn't have had that you know, what's the one we're looking for? That extension on the
that lead.
That lead. Thank
Yep,
you. Sorry,
no problem.
I just blanked right there.
It's been a big day so far. I don't blame you.
And we're gonna see Rapid get the early pick. Those early picks, I tell you, they can make or break a round.
Oh yeah.
Going from, you know, an attacker, the attackers honestly need as many people as possible, because as I was saying earlier,
They're not going to have those people anymore.
They're losing them fast.
Tear's just gonna absolutely run through this team, not letting anybody escape, living up to his name, as we've said multiple times.
Oh yeah. I love wordplay, so I'm always going to say terrorist being a terror.
He's a terror on the battlefield. He's haunting the dreams of
Ah.
Kettering University right now. If only today was the Halloween
And turning them
episode.
into salty boys as they have to. Come on, salty, yeah. Turning them to salty
I bet
boys.
they're feeling like
I was going to say that.
Okay.
But now Kettering University, they have to breach through, pun intended, as they have a lot of breach on their side with Ash and Buck being able to make entries where they aren't usually possible. And speaking of entries, the Saints are making their own on the side of Overwatch. They don't have a lot of
They
time.
didn't even
to
have
make
1 point. They have 5 seconds left on the clock. This is
looking
disastrous. They need to find some sort of way to turn this around, but it's looking more and more in overtime. If they don't cap this point here, they need to buy some extra time. Holy Juan going to try and even it up with the Tracer, but not going to find much as they get taken up with the tank.
Zipping around so perfectly, but the
shred
rock
of
is gonna
health.
connect.
And now it's just Lucio dancing around here, gonna get taken out by the tank as well. Just filing 1 by 1. They need a contest. They have no other choice, but the sport's gonna go down. They're all gonna go down. And now Robert Morris just has to get 1/3 of the first point. They have the most time to do it. They have 4 minutes on the clock, so this is not looking great for St. Clair College. But going back to R6.
It is looking great. because the last person standing for Kettering University is
Shred
a
of health.
buck stuck in a corner with a blinking red HP bar. Now, I've been playing games nearly my whole life, and I can tell you with utter certainty that a blinking red HP bar is not good.
It is definitely not good, and I can tell you right now, the mental state of St. Clair is absolutely insane, with Rapid there going to take that round, making it 6-3. This
One
is
away.
getting insane.
One round away from taking the match. St. Clair Saints Rainbow Six team, they've been putting in so much work. I always see you guys in the lab grinding, practicing, skirmishing, just putting in the hours and having a victory.
You said it's mostly Braden and the rest of his team.
Yeah, Braden, they have to be working so hard to get all these games going, but to get a victory, to get it so convincingly, you have to be over the roof to see
Holy
this.
Juan with the Blizzard there, getting frozen out. We're starting very, very quickly here in this next game. I think, actually, this is the
Varsity
game
Overwatch.
here with NECC Legends. Similar division there, but actually, no, it's different.
Different division, same league. Converse University is going to be their opponents. The game did get delayed by quite a bit. I was being told by production in the back as I got in, but now they are in action. And if you don't want to miss a second of any of these games, Saints Gaming CA2 is where you can find the Varsity Overwatch game. Saints Academy CA2 is where you're going to find the Overwatch Academy game. And if you don't want to miss the Rainbow Six game, you can go over to Saints Academy CA, and you won't miss a second of that one.
But to flip over to the game that's at the tantamount point here, looks like Robert Morrissey's actually having some trouble just capping 1/3 on this point. They're making a push here. They've already burned a minute on the clock, it looks like, and they're just trying to find some way in here. Flip over to the game. Varsity game there. It's also a very, very tough game.
That indeed, and with the ultimates being committed so far on the side of Varsity, they are not going to have a lot to work with, just their raw skill and abilities to make this work. But for Academy, again, fighting for their lives, this hold matters more than anything. The gravity well on Squeak on the Varsity side of things is going to be active, and it's been playing such a huge role in both of these games, so being able to use that and have that ready to go is going to make their defense offense a lot better. As they're trying to hold this point, they've got to prevent Converse University from taking it back. But on the other side of things, on the Academy side of things, in the red world, things are actually looking pretty good for them. Robert Morris University has not been able to find a solid footing on this point with 2.5 minutes about remaining. Time is eventually going to slip by, and slipping by in favor of the Varsity team taking the round against Converse University.
Very solid for the Varsity team, but for St. Clair.
Oh, hold on. The Holy Juan has the rip tire. He's going to
find
have
something
to...
here. They got the shield down. They don't really have much of a defense, and there it is. You're going to see it unleashed there. Goes over to the top, into the train, and finds one. Going to keep them trapped in there. What do you think of that, Daniel? I know you're happy. You're a big Holy Juan fan there.
I'm a big Holy Juan fan. He did find the kill. I was expecting like a 5K, but I think the reason he didn't get that, I'm assuming they were all already dead. I'll just go for that. But they are holding this train. It's not going to be the point of access that they were hoping to find. And now Robert Moore University is going to have to get creative to find a way around to see if they can breach through a different way. The Saints are just doing so well. The Matrix is up, and just like that, PogChamp, like a switch being flicked, is going to switch into the turret mode and start mowing down the offense. Now he has the artillery. He's going to have to find a perfect opportunity to use it because it can be so game-changing. As Robert Morris University, they start getting through a little bit more. They're bleeding through the Saints' defense, but they're getting pushed back as they're acting like a Band-Aid right now and stopping the bleeding, and they're going to go right back to square one where they were holding before, just like nothing ever happened.
Well, this is a very, very tough game, and what a great defense we're seeing from St. Clair Academy. They have the Bastion all online. They only have to burn a minute 20 or so left on the clock. Very, very good here. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. If this goes
Anything
to 0-0,
can.
anything can happen. Robert Morris just needs one little bit of clock here.
It's such a close game. Saints
Okay,
don't...
the shield's going down. The Orisa is getting played out here. Very, very strong champ. Going to be a little bit of a counter to the Reinhardt here. Can't get those pins anymore as easily. Get one. Try and find one on the back line, but Grubby may have overextended a little bit here. But no, never mind. He gets one with the prize strike. Ready going to find one with the ult, but Willow going to take out another there. Looks like Robert Morris is making their final play here, making their final push. This might be it for Saints as they're falling one by one, and that
What
is their
was that
takedown.
damage? He was so high. He was about 400 HP, but the perfectly timed headshot at such close range is
that
going to
is
take
just
down
where it
the
needs to
tank.
be.
And that's all they needed to take the game. Grubby must be feeling something. I didn't see that damage coming. That fell out of nowhere.
Yes, that is be very, very tough to time those railgun shots. But once they pay off, look at the reflect from Emmeryn though. He's diving in there. He's also going to use the Dragon Blade. He's going to find one. He's going to find two. Wow, he's going crazy. They're going to find three. What an ultimate, and Squeak going to clean that up, taking it a team kill, and they retake it, counting their points, continuing their lead more and more and more against Converse University. They just need to cap this last point here, and that is them taking game one.
And we've seen a lot coming in from both our academy team and our varsity team, and RMU and now Converse. Both teams playing absolutely phenomenally. The multiple team kills coming in, the execute happening. All I can say is I'm just so happy to be here to cast this with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is insane.
I couldn't agree more. It's always a pleasure watching our teams play. The level of competition that comes out when these teams just go all out, and just like that, we might see some of it right now. Squeak holding down the line with the spear, spinning it, pushing back the Sojourn, and onto the point, there's even more chaos. He finds a spear, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. We're on match
5-5?
point.
Oh, wait, no, it's
6-4. Yeah, I saw that too. My mistake, but don't worry. But 6-4, the Saints are fighting for their lives, but Terror is going to go down, an integral part of the team yet again, but the hard breach is going to go on the side. Thermite is going to be trying to break through, but they're running around. It's going to be very critical for the Saints to not lose focus.
We've seen this many times, Terror going for that spawn peek, and Salt is going to find one on security. Oh my god, it's the 4-4. This could be exactly what St. Clair needs. As I was saying, we've seen that with Terror where he jumps out to get that peek, and I feel like they've found out that that's what he does, so they try to, pre-fire it or imagine where he'd come from. Oh, we're gonna see the Maverick Hulk gonna try to take open that wall. Oh, this could be Salty Boy holding that. Could this be what they need?
It might be the case, Brayden. This is huge for the Saints. If they can manage to pull off a win here, their chances of making the playoffs is so
The wall's gonna go down. It's open.
It's
a 4-4. They don't.
It's wide open now.
St. Clair here just needs to play passive, needs to hold their angles, needs to watch for those pushes. Because just remember, the attacking team needs to come to them.
Right. Brayden, this is your team, and this could be such a huge victory for them. I want you to tell me how you're feeling.
Unfortunately, get taken down. It's okay though. You know why? Because I believe in Ethan, I believe in Baka, I believe in Corey. Anything is possible with this team.
For sure.
This 6-4, I still feel like this, Kettering has put up an insane match so
3-4
far.
now. 3-4. The Saints are losing numbers, but they're not losing hope. They're not losing spirit, Brayden. And you know better than anybody how that situation plays out for them. But now it's 3-3. They're taking it away, Brayden. What are you thinking? How is this going for them? What's the play? How do they take this away with 40 seconds left? They just have to hold the line.
They just need to not peek. They need to play passive. And we're going to see here Baka's going to try and find one, but unfortunately he cannot connect the shots. But that's okay, because I feel like this Geisha player is going to try and peek when he shouldn't be. 27 seconds on the clock. As long as we play passive, as long as we hold back, pre-fire our angles. Oh, but unfortunately, Rap's gonna get taken down.
It's just Corey and Baka.
And Baka's gonna find one, making it a 2-2. 16 seconds on the clock. This could be what they need. Baka knows where he is. Baka sees him. Oh,
so much damage, though.
9 seconds. Hold your ankles, boys. It is a
Double
2v1.
kill.
6 seconds on the clock. This could be it. Corey with the double kill.
Seconds to go.
The defuse can't go down. They get the kill. That's gonna be My Name is Baka stopping the defuse from going down. There's such a little time, and just a repeat of the previous game. He kills the diffuser while he does not have enough time to put it down. Brayden, you just watched your team steal away the victory. It must feel fantastic.
Tennille, you have no idea, but right now this Overwatch team is going absolutely insane.
You're 100% right.
St. Clair here, already with 18, close to 20% on the point, and we're up one. Thank you for the tech there. The techniques, the knowledge. Absolutely.
He's going to go celebrate with his team, I'm pretty sure, because they are overjoyed out there. They're just gathering at the door cheering, and it must be a great feeling. But while he's out there, we're going to be looking at the Saints Academy side of things. Robert Morris University, the Holy Juan. You don't want to see that face when you're trying to make a push. Such a scary offensive player, and that's just like that. Skeasley is going to have to be pushed back and brought down, but they are still going to be getting the point.
He's going to flip at 99 potentially.
No way. Willow is doing their best to make sure that this goes their way, but they're going to get taken down. The Saints taking the point with 99%. The Saints are doing so well, and they have to just keep the momentum going. They just have to hold that line, but just like that, we're over on the varsity side of things, 85%. They're holding it with the 0%. It might be a reverse situation. Just like that, 90%. They have to just keep things going a little bit more.
There's the ultimate going to delay them all the way. Going to stop them right there. The sound wave's going to come out. They're going to take out the attackers. They're going to take out everybody here. Everyone's going to find one, find another. Well, 99%. They're going to try and flip it here just with Lucio on the board, but without a tank, without the DPS, it's going to be hard to take him out. Looks like Reyes is going to lead the charge there with Hammer. Going to take out Emerin as well. And now, here it is. It looks like it might flip here, but it's 100%, and that is St. Clair taking Game 1 home here today.
Against Converse University.
It's Converse, yeah. Varsity showing that their hitter play. They played very dominantly.
Let's take a look at the play of the game. We missed some of the action, but hopefully the play of the game can show us
that
what was
blade
critical.
that we saw there.
Most likely, and I'd love it. Or that is the wrong one, honestly, isn't it? But isn't it? No, but either way, he's slicing through on that high ground.
Well, we got skipped because players saw that. They don't want to see it again. Anyways, we're back to Robert Morris versus St. Clair College. Looks like the Saints flipped the point, actually. It was 99% for Robert Morris, but the Saints retook it and managed to hold it all the way to the bank there and scoring 1 point against Robert Morris. They're looking very, very advantageous on the splash point.
When your back is against the wall, you have no choice but to push forward, and I feel like that's what the Academy team needs right now. They were at the brink, they were feeling the momentum lose, but they found it and they're keeping it back. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose like this. Grubby is going to pick up the kill on the opposing tank with a headshot. Grubby is also going to take out Willow with the scratch of all ages. G-Skills now forcing his way onto the point, and they're still fighting for it, rather. It's opened up now. D is going to be the point of battle, and as the tank is making their way back to the front lines, it's only a matter of time before somebody is going to eke out the advantage, and that's going to be the Saints Academy team. They're still facing contention, and now it's just one-on-one on the point on the side. PogChamp is going to be pushing back the Lucio, but they're going to force him off, and that's going to be the Saints taking the point.
Seems like the Saints are very dominant here on the splash. They've had trouble with the last two games, but they're just running away with it right now. As looks like Robert Morris can't find anything. As their tank goes down, they're going to have to use a sound barrier to contest. And they're trying to flip it right here at the pulse bomb. They don't have their DPS here, though. They're not pushing as a team, so the Saints have a chance here. They're going to have to burn ultimates. Really going to go on the back line, try and get a sneaky pulse bomb here. He's going to take on the Kiriko. Not going to find much, though, as he's a very slippery opponent. Really just kind of getting ignored by their team right now. He doesn't use the flashbang, going to get taken out by Willow there. And Willow get a lot of nice rail run shots. Grubby has the Queen ult ready. Willow going to get a triple kill, though, flipping the switch on them, and maybe finally open this up for Robert Morris as they kill the last two on their team. And now they might finally get their much-needed flashpoint.
Grubby went down before he was able to commit the ultimate there, but with his team not too close by, it might not have been wise to use it anyways. Robert Morris University, they are going to be able to find the retake on that point. As the percentage goes up, Saints are being very careful with their retake. They are taking their time. They know that it's in their favor. With one ultimate on their side versus the two on RMU, perhaps they want to make a push and bait up the ultimate so that they can make their next push a little bit more successful before they run out of time. With the Kasuna Rush ready, they are going to have to be playing a lot more careful, but with Champ holding on to that sound barrier, things could be... Oh, but Holy One zipping through with the sword! He's trying to find a nice clean pickup, but it's not going to be that easy. The Kasuna Rush is committed, but Holy One finds Willow. He finds a Sojourn. They're going to be without one of the bigger damage dealers for this fight, and just like that, it's a scramble on the point. Skesley is so low, but the healers are keeping him alive. Marie is going onto the side, making sure that they're not in the fray and keeping out the healing, but they are going to go down eventually. You can't stay alive forever. The healing, they're going to have to be healing each other. Holy One does lock onto Marie there. The Kasuna Kitsune Lady is going to go down on the point, and the Saints are going to hold this. They're going to be pushing, the contesting the point, but only they cannot let their foot off of it. They have to keep hitting. They have to keep shooting. They cannot let it go. And
Holy One
getting a double kill, like you said, Matthias, to keep that point and bring it back. Another 99% steal, perhaps.
Perhaps, but Robert Morris, if they just flip this capture right here, I don't think they're going to go for it. As flipping over to the Varsity side, actually, let's see how this point goes out. It's in overtime. They're contesting it. This might be their last push. If they secure this 1-1, now we really have a game on our hands here. And it looks like it's going to get contested again. It almost ran out of overtime there as Holy One trying to find the kills. And it looks like the Saints get nearly a whole team wipe, and they get it. That is the team kill.
The team kill, and that's going to secure them the second flashpoint. They need one more to take this game and keep themselves in the series. RMU is going to have their work cut out for them to make this go back in their favor, because the Saints are on a roll and they don't want to stop rolling. Things that are rolling generally don't roll unless you put up a barrier of some kind.
And roll, it is going. It's rolling. Anyways, going. That 2-0 lead is going to be massive going into this. It's just crazy. These flashpoints move so fast. And maybe this is what they need to kickstart the reverse sweep here. Going over to the Varsity gate, we are here on the New York map. It is a very tough map. Very hard to push.
But the Holy One has this blade. He's going through. They want to get this point. They want to get it fast. Zipping and dashing around. He's going to find one. Almost found two. But the Zarya is going to push him down with a huge beam. That looks to be going to be RMU taking this point first. But on the Varsity side of things, sliding around, Anja is going to be zipping through. There's going to be a May going to get extinguished, obliterated by that rock being put out by Converse University. And the Saints are getting pushed back. Squeak running for his life here, gonna get put down, or Soaks rather, and Crime gonna be put down by the May, and that's gonna be a nice hold from Converse University.
Amazing hold by Converse University, but honestly, they're on attack. No, they're on defense. You're right. You're correct. They're holding it down very well. Actually, they are on attack. So they're having a rough time here moving forward. As we go over back to Robert Morris, they need to finally capture one platform. Big Graviton Surge!
Well, and that's gonna
be a team
all
wipe,
of them, forcing the Saints Academy side to run back. The Kitsune Rush is gonna allow for a path through, but G-Scale has to run for his life. He's gonna get out, but he's back on the point. They don't want to give it up. 3 on the point, now 2, now 1, just 2 back. They're on, they're fighting. Grubby doesn't want to go down. He's gonna be able to take out the opposing tank. Ready is gonna go down as well. That's going to be Grubby finding 3. And again, the Saints steal away a flashpoint before it reaches too close for comfort.
And Robert Morris wants to win this, secure the game for themselves. Just run away, just confirm that game 3, get the 3-0, go home, and be like, job well done. Pat themselves on the back, but St. Clair is putting up the fight of their lives as they don't want to let them get a single point. As look at Kelly there, getting taken out in record time. This Grubby's also getting a huge fight, misses the knife, but Holy One gonna get a double kill, doesn't really matter there as they take out their supports as well. It's looking very advantageous for the Saints as they are just repelling any sort of attack that Robert Morris is putting on.
A successful hold, Brayden. We've seen many of these going on today, but this one feels a little bit more powerful, as this could be the one that the Saints needed to keep themselves in the series. Team morale must be at an all-time high, and you might know how important that can be on a team to make sure that everybody's feeling on the same page, united. But before I toss it to you, the game is wrapping up. It's an overtime push, and as the screen gets smaller, my attention is focusing laser on to the side of the Saints Academy side. They are holding this point for their lives, but RMU is not going to make it easy. A 10-kill streak. Grubby's on it. He doesn't want to end it here, but it's going to be forced down by Skelski. They get the team kill, and they are going to be taking back the point. 88%, 99 the Saints have. They have to make a beeline for this point if they want to have a hope to stay in this one, but it looks like it might be going inside of RMU. And the hammer slam from Squeak on the Varsity side of things. He's dashing through. He's not going to fight too much, but that's not going to stop their momentum as Emrin is in the skies, making sure that they can get this point cleared and cleaned off, and they start the cap, and they don't want to stop it. It was close. They were almost going to get skunked out, not being able to touch the point at all. But with 0 seconds remaining on the overtime push, they get the payload, and they're going to be able to keep pushing it forward. Now, their offense doesn't end here. If anything, it's just the beginning. Squeak tossing out the fire charge with Emran behind him. This is going to be the dynamic duo that they're going to need in order to keep things going up, but the barrier behind him, they're isolating the tank, and he's going to be fighting for his life, and they're not going to be able to find him that easily. No, they do! Garchomp, a very strong foe for the Saints, a very, very well-utilized tank on the side of Converse University. They're very strongly playing to their strengths. The Matrix is available on the side of the Saints, and that's going to be a strong factor in their offensive plan. And like I was just mentioning before, Braden, there's so much intensity, but keeping the team together is a very important part of team play now.
Yeah, and we can see from both, not just the varsity side, but the academy side too. The Saints are just trying their absolute hardest. Everybody's giving it their all. You can tell, especially the tanks. They're trying to be that front line with the healers. Just trying to keep them alive, because that is with those tanks staying alive, that is how you at the end of the day, one of the biggest things you can do to help them.
Absolutely. And on the side of the Academy team, they are fighting for their lives. They have the point in their favor, and it's taking up. It's going to be an all-out battle. Ultimates have already been committed, and more coming online. PogChamp is going to use the Soldier and ult to get the zaps, trying to find any pickoffs, and ready with the Bastion ultimate. Could get the artillery cannon fire that they need. They're going to go for it. It's a Hail Mary, hoping they can get anything to turn it in their favor. They're going to find 3. Wow. Now 4, 5. It's team kill for RMU, and just like that, they're going to roll over to the point, pulling a St. Clair Academy and stealing out the point from 99%, and that is going to be the push from RMU. But speaking of push, our varsity side is going to be doing their damnedest to make theirs go well. With one game already under their belt, the varsity side are trying to make this round theirs, pushing the payload as far as they can with the Earth Splitter on the side of Squeak. He knows how to use it. It's only going to be a matter of time before it's utilized in a devastating fashion. There it is, committed, but it's not going to be fully capitalized. Not going to see any deaths pick up off of it, but it's a disruptive force nonetheless.
Wow,
as we go into the Academy of Gravity Well, it's going to be so impactful. G-Scales is going to go down, though. It's going to be another team kill for RMU, as they're going to be taking this flashpoint most likely until the Saints, but Holy One does have the Blizzard. If they can get there, in time, they have a Lucio, they're going to get the speed boost. They're going to be using it as best as they can. They still have the time. They're not going to have everybody, but they have to get there. They can stall it out as best as they can, but with a Bastion looking at you with your mace so low, they have to get the support off. He has to get the Blizzard. He's going to commit it, and they're going to be forced to move away, move into less advantageous position, but PogChamp coming off the left side. They are going to pick off Ready, and Grubby is here. He's going to be the strong force, Cosmo with the sound barrier, keeping all the Saints alive and healthy. Saints getting a return team kill of their own to take the game that they so desperately needed, keeping them alive in this series.
Yep, the Saints keep their flame alive a little bit longer as they look to turn this into a reverse sweep scenario. It's 2-1, looking much better than 2-0 as we move into Game 4 as Willow got the play of the game there.
Let's take a look at how that went down. This was a critical push for the side of RMU. They needed this, I believe, and they got exactly what they got. They got the support, they got G-Skills, they got PogChamp, they got the Holy Juan, and Grubby was just about to fall as well. But as that play of the game fades out, hopefully we're going to see a play of the game be made in real time, as the Saints are out of time, but they're using every second that they have remaining with this overtime. It's Overwatch, and Squeak is trying to put down this opposing team, holding the line for himself, lining up the fist. He's going to just miss, but Emran now faded out. He's going to have to use his time wisely, but it's not going to go his way. He is going to have to come and reapparate, and it's not going to be utilized correctly there. Round 1 is complete. They got the push. They pushed it as far as they can, but it's not going to be a very devastating push.
And now the win condition is on St. Clair to mount an absolutely impenetrable defense here today against Converse University. As Converse University, they just need to progress to the point that St. Clair got and just a little bit beyond, and that gives them a major advantage here today. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and you know, Converse University putting up an incredible fight there, you know, for those last couple seconds, holding that overtime, or sorry, St. Clair holding that overtime for as long as they could, but you know, Converse was just able to get that last team kill there to end off the round.
And just like that, after what felt like an eternity of strife and conflict, we're in the calm streets of this city as it's
New York.
New York.
Hey, JJ's Mini Mart.
JJ was
Classic.
our observer for our R6 game, so he's got a mini mart here. Shout out to him for establishing an entrepreneurial adventure in New York City.
American dream.
Almost 100 years in the future, whatever the time span is for Overwatch. But now, with 9 seconds remaining, these quiet streets are about to get hectic as these heroes battle it out for supremacy on the streets of New York.
Yes, here we are. Now it's all down to St. Clair to be impenetrable in their defense. As if they lose this point, this is the point. If you can defend it here, this is it. This is where you want to make your stand. But just like that, it looks like Garchomp is moving through the ranks, creating chaos. St. Clair's defense here as Squeak is going down and down and down, and health as supports are keeping him up. Pulls up a shield. He's very conservative on his use of that. Not letting it get broken. Not even letting him get close to broken there. As he takes on the other tank there, and it's just both teams behind the tank waiting for anybody to make a little bit of a slip up. Emmeryn peppering them from above there, trying to find an opening here, and Hammer going to go on the offense here, go dive in a little bit. Emmeryn going to take out Garchomp there, and that is a major player out of the game, and now they can pick up all the squishies there. Squeak going to get a double kill, Soak's going to get a double kill as well. That is a team kill from St. Clair College, taking a massive advantage here in the first little bit.
With that first push being so efficiently dissected and quashed, that is going to be a huge boon for the Saints' mentality and their pressure. I feel like I only ever see the Echo on the side of the Saints when they're feeling very confident, and just like that, you know, Emmeryn is playing the Echo, starting the round off on it, almost about to have an ultimate, which could be utilized so effectively if they can find the perfect opportunity to just shut down everything. The gravity well is going to be available for Squeak. If he's going to find it, he has to find it now, and he might be going for it. Maybe not. He's just going to be absorbing, and there he goes. He finds it. He's lifting them up, but to slam them all down. But the sound barrier is going to be committed to keep them healthy. But still, Kiwi is still going to drop, supporting so much damage. But the Blizzard is going to freeze him up. What? They froze him with the Emmeryn, turned into the May, found the Blizzard, froze up so many of them, and that's going to be a second team kill for the Saints. And we just started this game.
They are doing very, very well here on the defense. Converse University is not finding any opening here, but especially on this map, Converse just needs to get one team kill, and that opens up the map completely for them. Then they can take it away from there, but moving over for St. Clair Academy team, it's a push game mode right now. And it looks like St. Clair does have the lead here, almost mounting up to the second checkpoint, as they are all here in this room taking fight on here. Going back to the varsity game though, things are amping up. The Saints defense seems to have been disrupted as Converse is beginning to take more and more control of the point. It looks like Razor there is trying to keep his team up, but he's a little bit separated behind the fire truck here. Emmeryn trying to pepper them in that building. Once again, that building is hard to take it back.
They do only have about a minute remaining to not only capture the point, but the Blizzard is going to go down. The Saints are in trouble, it seems, but it's not going to be utilized too scarily. Now they are going to be on the point. They're capturing. They have a minute left to not only capture the point, but push the cart up 90 meters. It's finally going to go. The stun is going to come out. The bash coming out from Soaks. He's going to go down for it afterwards. But now it's just going to be a cruise street. Now it appears they have 3 minutes to push this cart up to where the Saints left it. But speaking of push, the Academy side now playing the push game mode. They have such a huge edge over RMU in terms of distance. But it's still anybody's game, gentlemen. With all the action we've seen going on tonight and all the back and forth twists and turns and comebacks, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think anything could happen in this game, but it's looking more and more like Converse University is running away with it right now, because they are just making great time and just defending against every single ultimate that the Saints throw at them. They also have the Matrix online. That's going to be a huge gap closer here for them as they're pushing up to match St. Clair's push as well. And they're, of course, Bala healthy as well. Things are looking very, very good for them as they're pushing just under this overpass. Squeak going to go for a little bit of a final push here, but it's going to get opened up by the enemy Sigma, and it's anyone's game now. The May, while going to buy them a little bit of time, as Amaran's going to shapeshift into the Sigma themselves there.
Not going to find the ultimate, though.
On the ult in time. Maybe find it open there. Garchomp gonna find one, find the Ember, and now Garchomp just needs to push it all in his lonesome. No Saints to contest. Race is gonna hop on it and try and contest, but it looks like it's over there, and that is going to be CVU winning their own game, bringing it to 1-1.
And you know, at the start there, St. Clair did look like an immovable object with those 2 team kills, but I feel near the end, CVU became the immovable, or the unstoppable force.
Oh yeah.
I think, honestly, it was just St. Clair did not put up a good enough push in their attacking that they didn't get it very far once they did cap it. They were only in overtime, they didn't have much time. As we see in the Academy Overwatch game, looks like Jericho got that kill, but that was all the Jungle Queen ult. Hawkchuck's getting a kill as well. He's gonna go down. Holy Fawn gonna get a kill. It's just going back and forth right now. But it looks like it's going in the Saints' favor as they have a huge advantage over Robert Morris in terms of objective.
All the ultimates on the side of the Saints, barring Grubbies, if they really want to make some magic happen, they absolutely can, and they're still going to be able to push through RMU, and they're going to be even pushing harder. They might even get to the end point, because again, they have every ultimate that they need. Grubby is not going to have his, but still, that's going to be plenty to work with. RMU has 3 ultimates, however, so this could be a trade that they're going to be worth looking for, but either way, it's going to be in the favor of the Saints, because they have the established advantage. They are already pushing. It's going to be on RMU to commit the ultimates and still push, but just as I say that, they're all going to start to get committed. G-Skill is going to use the Kitsune Rush, and it's going to be an all-out brawl. They already lose the tank on the side of RMU, and the battle has just begun. The Saints are making quick work of the lineup of RMU. Willow is just going to be trying to salvage, just throwing out the dynamite, trying to get any pickoffs that they can, but the Saints, they're flipping it just like you said. They're going to be picking them up and picking them off. A 5-kill player streak on Reedy. Saints they had it all in their favor, but RMU was able to maneuver through that offense and just find the opening the Saints side and force it open and get through. Now it's just going to be RMU pushing it back, but just like I said, even though they held it out.
They won that battle, but they
have not won the war. Exactly. The Saints had that pushed up already, but they committed their ultimate. Saints will have some, just like Cosmo Champ uses the sound barrier, and now they just have to keep pushing. But RMU is not going to be too easy for them, as a rally is going to be committed on the side of RMU. They're going to be getting a lot of armor, but they have to keep pushing forward and forward, and they do find the gravity wall is going to be pushing them all together, but the Holy One is going to be nice and encased in the sheet of ice, but not for long. He has to emerge eventually, and as he does, he's going to get turned down, melted as like a popsicle, but now they're going to be pushing, and it's not going to be going their way. Now RMU are going to be at the advantage now. They're going to be taking their offense forward and stepping it up. The Saints had their time in the sun, but the fun is now going to be had by RMU. And Braden, tell me, this action's been pretty scrumptious, but it feels like we're just getting the start of it, no?
Well, you know, as I was saying earlier, SCC, we need this win, right? Like, we are down by 1. Grubby there, gonna absolutely demolish the Zarya. He knows what he's doing. Gonna try and find the Sojourn too. And just like that, he's gonna take it, being able to push that bot just further, just a little bit further than if he wasn't able to. And he's gonna find the 3rd. You know, Grubby is just absolutely unstoppable.
And wow, Holy Juan with the ultimate. We've seen what he can do with that. After that display of efficiency, it feels like it's going to be very difficult for the Saints to make this happen. So it's going to be very difficult for RMU to make this happen, sorry, as they have quite a way to go. The Saints have a lot of utility to work with in their ultimates, and they have the momentum going their way with 3 minutes remaining. The bot is going to be going back towards RMU's side, but Grubby still has the ultimate. They still have so much to work with. The Holy One still has the Blizzard. Matthias, this push is going to be quite difficult. Do you agree?
They're all lined up. This is the opportune moment to use Jungle Queen ult. If he finds it, he's going to wait for the Zarya shield to go down. He's going to wait for them to get grouped up. There's a bomb gonna come out there. He needs to find a kill. He's gonna get the axe, but he's gonna get shielded out. Perfect timing. He's gonna get a headshot with the shotgun anyway. It doesn't really matter. Holy Juan gonna get a kill as well with the blizzard, and it's going crazy here. Holy Juan getting another kill, and Jaden getting one back. So it might be, they might come back, but it's not gonna get, as Holy Juan gets a triple kill and another kill as well. He's gonna clean up the team, looking for a team kill, missing a couple icicles, but he's still clean with it. He cleans up. He might miss a couple near the end. A little bit of anxiety, but it's fine. He cleans it up. Closes it out.
What this, guys? What this? That was my Theo impression. That's probably what he was saying. And with the emotion so high for both of these teams, it must feel incredible, this match. At the end of the day, it's a competition. We're looking for the competition we're going to get. Grubby going forward. He charges through, leaving absolute carnage in his wake. He gets the swing and it connects. Swing, bada, swing. He's going to take down so many of them. And just like that, the Saints push is going to go even more devastating as they might get to the end point. They might not even have to wait for time to run out. The Saints are on a tear. It's a massacre on this city street in New York City, but it's not over
New York
yet.
anymore.
Oh,
But it's all right.
I was like, this
We're on a new
doesn't look
map.
like New York. This looks too sunny.
But anyways, we're back here, and I think this is Esperanza. I think this is Spain, if I'm incorrect. That
I'd believe
both
it.
Incorrect, but here we are. Willow gonna get another kill, and look like that. Moreover, Morris gonna flip it again, taking out Saints. But when it's that close, you need to make the equal amount of progress. A team kill is not gonna do you much good, but well played all around.
1 minute remaining, Matthias. A lot can happen in a minute, as Braden said for us earlier. It's not over yet. No ultimates for anybody. So this is my personal favorite kind of Overwatch, where you see everybody's desperate, everybody's scrambling and hoping for something. But it's
Big double blizzard coming out on the side of the Varsity game, though. I want to mention that. It's on Flashpoint. It looks like the Saints have control right now. They have 92%. And it looks like Converse University going for one last push. We see the overclock coming out from Crime here. He's trying to find any picks, but he's not going to find it because the sound barrier comes out as well. But it looks like Squeak going to get the Graviton, the gravity surge there, and he's going to find one up there in the corner in the rafters there, and Crime going to find another there, and Emmer going to find one as well. And now they're just making their last defense here, trying to push any sense of push here from Converse University right now. But it looks like it's going to flip as they all get picked off here. And going back to our academy game here, things are getting very, very spicy as we're getting to our last 10 seconds here.
G-Skills is trying to keep his team alive and healthy, and he's succeeding very well. He's getting closer and closer to Casino Rush, but the sound barrier is going to be committed from Cosmo Champ, and that's going to keep them nice and healthy, nice and safe, nice and warm in this blizzard that could be coming out, but it's not going to come. It's not going to come yet. The Holy One is going to be the storm that's approaching onto the point. They have the Casino Rush. They just want to cement this. They're going to close it out.
They don't even need
to push. They want to get to the end point. Will they find it? No, but in spirit, they did. It took them the whole round and a little bit of overtime, but they ended up with a full push to take the game.
Kept the lead in the beginning, and they took it all the way there. And that's St. Clair taking it 2v2 there, going to game 5. This is where you, for all the marbles, is the next game here. But here, Converse University is 1-1. This is for whoever takes the lead, whoever gets themselves to match point it. And Converse University not going down without a fight there. They claimed they lost the last point, but they have a stake in their claim here on the second point here, as they already have a quarter of it done.
Squeak gonna be in a nice sneaky little spot. Sneaky in all chat, as one might type in a situation like this. Called back a little bit earlier in the R6 game. Crime now is gonna be getting in position. Everybody is just slowly creeping to where they need to be. They're gonna be opting to flank from behind now, and it might work out. Looking pretty surprised. Converse University, Razor, and the rest of the Saints are just honed in, focused, trying to capitalize off of this push. But it's not gonna be that easy, as Converse University was able to rotate out of it, and they still have the point. The Saints need to not forget their objective here, as Sweet comes out on the backside, throwing out the rock. It's not going to connect on anybody, but they're going to throw out a rock of their own. The Blizzard's going to be committed, and he's going to be jumping for his life. The barrier's going to go down. Emran just trying to find some sneaky icicles. Going to take out the Matrix to keep everybody alive. The Immortality Field is going to go down. The rock is going to miss yet again on the side of Squeak, but it's not over yet. The gravity is going to be picked up. They're going to be slamming them down. Guard Chop is on a tear here, and so is Orion. It's going to be Converse University trying to fight so hard, and the sound barrier is going to be committed, but it's whittled away almost immediately. The Saints are just so healthy. They're having this go their way, but it's not over just yet. They still have some bodies, but it's going their way. They still have 2 ultimates to work with if they really need to commit it. Emran fires a headshot that I couldn't even see. I don't even know how he found it, but he did, and that's going to make sure that they take this point.
And they flip it at the last second again, pulling off a St. Clair Academy play. And that is looking pretty good here today. Garchomp has no ult. The ult economy on St. Clair looking very, very good. So it's going to be a very tough push for Converse University here. Trying to look to tie this up. They just need to reclaim it back one time. They just need 1 little percent. Britton, what are you thinking of this?
Well, as I said before, Converse and St. Clair both trying their absolute hardest, trying to take this point. We're going to see that 99% switch. It is contested. Anything could happen here. We're going to see the sound barrier go down?
Oh, the offense committed Soldier is sliding up the route. Razor's going to get picked off. The offense with the SG skill. No, G-skill's going to get picked off. Squeak now, too. It's Converse University going to take the point back and take it convincingly. They don't want to make it happen. They're going to have it go so strong. They're going to get the flashpoint, tying it up 1-1, and all that action, it feels like. And you just get 1 point for it. You feel like you should have gotten more. I feel like you deserve 2 points for that one, if you're asking me.
I bet they wish that's how it worked. They want any advantage they can get, but unfortunately, just 1-1, much like the scoreboard. In any direction you look at it, just 1-1s all around here. As they mount for a big team fight here. Emran putting up the ice wall. We're going to see the Matrix come out as well from St. Clair. Trying to find sun kills, trying to find any advantage here, trying to take out anything here. Squeak leading the charge though, keeping them off the point, taking good sight control. This Garchomp does find Emran though. Now they're down to DPS. Now they have the chance to push in. They don't have as much to contest with. Now we're going to see the sound barrier come out from St. Clair as well. And now Squeak's going to get taken out. They're all focusing him. He knows he's down to support. It's going to be tough for him to get anything done here. And they take him out as well. Now Hammer has the Blizzard if they need it, but it doesn't seem like they do as they take out 3 of their own, leaving Crime as the last surviving person there. Going to stagger him out very much there. As now Converse has sight control.
We're going to see both Sigma ults and May Blizzards coming in from both teams. Those 2 ults alone are very, very, very impactful. You know, they could single-handedly help with the team kill.
Especially when they're used together.
Especially when they're used together.
Now, as we're seeing things going back to the Academy side of things, we left them in their dire straits. They were 2-0, and coming back to them, they're now in their final game of the night. They're 2-2, and we're back to the payload, and they're fighting for their lives. But Varsity side, they get the Blizzard committed, and somebody's frozen. Emran just has to crack him, but he's not going to get the kill. He's still alive. He's going to get healed up slowly. Garchomp survived the Blizzard. Not anybody can say that they can do that. An ultimate is going to be committed again from Sigma on the other side of things, but the ultimate is going to be committed now on this Sojourn. Anja trying to find a clean pickoff. He's not going to make it happen. In fact, he's going to get taken out himself. Squeak is going to get the revenge kill, and the Saints wiping out Converse University, just making their mark, and they're going to be convincingly taking this point. And now, focusing the attention back on the Academy side of things for just a little bit, the Saints are pushing this point so strongly with a whole 4 minutes remaining. They're almost halfway through, and Skeskli? I can't, that name is tiny and it's a weird one. I apologize.
Sikeli, maybe?
Sikeli, perhaps. I like that. I like the sound of that one. Are fighting for their lives in this corridor. They're going to have to be forcing the rotation to the gravity point, and on the Sarge, the Varsity side of things, the well and all this utility, the shields are going to be committed, and it's an alleyway. It's a shoot-off. Everybody's going to have to be so perfectly coordinated to make sure that they don't drop their composure, which is so critical in a point like this. You don't want to lose focus, and you don't want to drop your plan as they start getting aggressive. They start going for the offense. They're pushing in, and they're pushing hard, but the flashpoint is still on the Saints side. It's still wearing their colors. Emran just got the Blizzard, but it was not able to drop before he goes down. The stun is going to connect, and it's going to allow him to get the double kill onto the Orion, but now Squeak stunned up himself, and in a whole heap of trouble. They're going to pick up the kill, and Garchomp is going to just strike him down, taking the flashpoint back before it gets too late.
Now Converse University looking to take the lead here on the flashpoints here. And now, and that's it. They're taking another point here. It's 2-1. Now St. Clair College, back foot looking to even it up. Now scoreline's 3. It's match point for Converse University. They just need 1 more flashpoint. They take the lead here in the series.
I greet thee.
99%. 99. Yeah, they are playing for their lives right now, so hopefully we can get a look at them soon. But now, Garchomp with the Gravity Well, he could be using to make a huge play, but the Saints are spacing themselves out so well. In fact, using their own. Emran, now he drops the Blizzard, hopefully trying to get a nice freeze, but it gets frozen himself in his own Blizzard. I think they traded. Yeah, Hammer dropped his own. It was a double Blizzard. The Stone is going to go out onto Squeak, but their composure is still there. The shield is still up, and the offense is still coming out. The Matrix is going to go down, in fact, and the Saints are going to start pushing back. They don't want to let this go. They don't want to let it slip, and Crime is going to have to take a travel through time in order to stay alive, but not able to do that. He's going to get healed up by his team, and it's looking very deadly.
And this is such... This is...
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, this is where it all matters here. St. Clair needs to turn it around here. Braden, what are you thinking?
This is one of the most evenly matched games of Overwatch I have ever watched in my entire life. Both teams 1-for-1, team kill for team kill, ult for ult. It is absolutely incredible.
Emran not in a very incredible position, stuck in the corner. Hopefully he's able to get out. It looks like he did, but not into a much better position. He's gonna have to use the Ice Block to stay alive. A Crime with the Sticky Bomb, if he can find it, place it in the perfect spot. This fight could go so easily, but it looks like he might not even have to, as bodies start falling before he can even reach in range to throw out the Sticky Bomb. The Saints are 20% up to Converse University's 46. Trading this point is not gonna be easy for anybody.
St. Clair in a very good position right now. They got site control. They got everything they need going for them. They have a couple ults to play with, a couple more on the way. Side of Academy there, Robert Morris, St. Clair College looking very, very even here. And looks like Robert Morris is just kind of running away with it right now. The teams are mismatched a little bit right now. Like once again, we have to flip it over again. But it's all right. As scoreline's 2-2, it's even all around. But it looks like Robert Morris in yellow there is running away with it, getting 3 kills, continuing to push their dominance here on the payload. Flip back over the Converse St. Clair College varsity game here.
90% they have.
And they're holding it very, very well. Just taking them all out. It's getting up to the 90% point, and they're chasing them. The Saints are chasing them away from the point.
Like Tom and Jerry, they're just chasing them out, and if they run into a trap eventually, that's going to remain to be seen, but the Saints are able to successfully hold that point. Now it's 2-2. Winner takes all for this next flashpoint. Ultimates are up on the side of Redix and Emran. Only Hammer on the side of Converse University wielding his, but Garchomp is not too far behind. This could be huge for both of these teams.
This is a very decisive match for both of these teams. This Robert Morris and St. Clair Academy both playing to see who takes it. And on the varsity side, we're seeing the ults come out. We're seeing everything come out. We're seeing the lamp come out and the wall. It's going to get very, very crazy. We're seeing the Blizzard come out. We got a double kill there on the side of the varsity team. And now they have site control, and they might take this here. And whoever takes the next flashpoint here wins it all here today. And now they have control. This could be it. This could be the 3rd point they so desperately need, as Robert Morris, or as St. Clair on the Academy team, seems to have gotten a triple there and finally put a stop to the push that Robert Morris was on.
Finding the team kill. It looks like they're putting themselves back in the game, but the Gravity Well is going to allow some easy shots for Willow, but it's not going to find anything too important. Willow is going to be kept alive, but the Brutality Beal enough to get the Harpoon away and trying to find a headshot right in the face of the Grubbies Sigma. No easy task, but and as I say that, the Converse University is going to be able to pick up the point for flashpoint against the Saints. Again, 2-2 winner. Whoever takes this next flashpoint is going to win the game, and they're both doing so well. Every time they have this point, it looks like any fight could go anybody's way. 25% now, halfway to the Saints, who are also halfway to 100%. This is getting scary for both of these teams. 1-1 as well in the series. They are just so evenly matched, and it's an absolute joy to watch these teams play so competitively against each other, with Anja holding the Sojourn ultimate, as well as Orion holding.
There's the overclock.
There it is. Here
Sojourn
it comes.
Might go in here. This could change the course of the game right here. St. Clair needs to take it here. Needs to shut down this ult and try and find some way in. They have the window ready, but they're saving it in their pocket for the right time to use. And right now we're going to see the overclock be counter used by St. Clair as well. They found one, and we're going to find one, and now it's going to flip right over. There's the Blizzard coming out. Actually, that is the other game right now, but overall, top right here, he gets the boop off the stage. That's going to be massive here, and now it's going to flip right over, and St. Clair is going to take back the lead. 87% on the board for Converse University.
And
Almost had it.
Another team kill on the defense side against Robert Morris University. They take the round. and it's just going to be a matter of pushing and pushing harder than RMU did against them. The Saints don't want to lose this. They fought so hard to even get to this point, taking their 2-0. This could be a reverse sweep, and back to the Varsity versus Converse University
91
game.
We're in the 90 percentile right now, and Emerin getting so low on that ult now. Ganja gonna get it one, but that's it! And they take it! And that is St. Clair Varsity taking the lead here today, 2-1 versus Converse University here today. And wow, well played. And now we're back to Robert Morris versus St. Clair Academy. Here we are.
This could be the last time we see these players hitting the field. 2-2 over the series, and St. Clair College now on the offensive side of things. If they can keep a strong momentum going forward, I don't see them having any issues taking this series. They were able to so decisively stomp out RMU's offense before. If they can just do the same on the attack side of things, this could be very beautiful for them.
Definitely, and it's gonna be a very decisive match here, but I have a feeling the beginning RMU just ran away with the payload and went so far. Braden, what are you thinking?
Pressure is a very important part of any game, and you must be feeling the pressure if you're on the side of the Saints right now. How do you deal with a situation like this?
I mean, me personally, I don't play Overwatch, so I don't even.
But the pressure is universal.
Pressure is pressure, and I can tell just from watching this game that Saints is not letting RMU take this without a fight. We've seen both from Grubby, from the Lucio, sorry, I can't see his name from over here, that they're all just single-handedly changed the tide of the battle. You know, with the beat from Lucio. And
oh, that could have been, sorry, Braden, but that could have been massive, lighting them up Reedy, but it's not going to be enough. The Saints are able to pick him up before he's able to cause too much damage and keep their offense going, but they're going to throw a body on it just to delay them a little bit, but the Saints make quick work. The Holy Juan and Cosmo Champ just wiping out the stragglers. Was that a team kill?
That was a team kill.
I heard it.
It's a great start to their offense here, and now RMU needs to play together, reform their defense, and walk all the way back. That's the bad part about defense. You get to lay your traps, have them walk into you, but once you get killed, you get sent back way to the back of the line. You have to walk all the way back up.
It's demoralizing.
Definitely, it's hard on the mental, it's hard in the gameplay, but the St. Clair having a great time, the Academy team having a great time just pushing right through this payload right now.
And if you don't want to miss any of the action for either of these games, type !streams in the chat to see which games are going on, what channels you can watch it and not miss a second. The Blizzard's going to go down from the Holy Juan, finding a lot potentially, forcing the area at the very least. PogChamp on the sidelines, going to turret mode. Willow trying to be sneaking, trying to get on the back of the Saints, but PogChamp is there to stop him, taking out the Immortality field as well. Rocks are going to fly, but it's going to hit the car instead. Grubby is trying his best to keep the team in here, and it's going to be successful as PogChamp is going to get hit by that sound barrier, taking them alive. PogChamp is going to be able to tag down Zikelski, and that's going to be their momentum going forward. They can still keep it up. They can still keep it going. The Saints have 5 minutes now to reach where RMU left off, and it's not going to be too hard from what it looks like so far.
Definitely, if they keep this momentum up, it is looking very good. They have a lot of ults to play with. They have the overclock. They have the Bastion ult as well. They have a lot of stuff. They have that can deny some good area, but you just have to find the right time to use it. If you don't use it at the perfect time, that's a huge waste here, and that can send your team back very far. There's the Junker Queen ult coming out. Wait, yeah, from Grubby there, but he's gonna get taken out.
It's a Bastion battle, but the other Bastion wins. RMU's Bastion is going to be able to keep the offense going and starts mowing down more, taking out G-Scales, and now Skelski's going to be able to take out the Holy Juan. The offense is going to be stopped by the Saints, and they're going to have to recoup and reorganize in order to get themselves back into a favorable position. Varsity is still having their own battle. They again, they're playing on push right now. They just have to push the robot further than Converse University by the time the timer runs out, and they will have taken the series. But Grubby trying to keep his team in the game here, trying to find a nice cheeky
Bastion
kickoff.
ult. respond much though. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, not an interruption at all, Matthias. You got this. You got this game just like Reddy has Grubby in his sights, but thanks to the rest of the Academy team, they are going to be able to take him down, make short work. PogChamp getting a double there. G-Scales picking up Willow, support
big
battle.
blizzard though on the top
Huge
right though
one.
on the Varsity game. It's pushed, so we're gonna see the double blizzard come out and they just all fall. It's down to like 3 people here, just the tank and his friends. All that's left, and they have the overclock online as well. And now it looks like St. Clair Varsity is gonna run away with it, taking a massive advantage here in this push game mode, trying to even up the scoreline as Converse pushed it pretty far as well. Actually, Converse has control of the push robot right now.
Saints are so
And a big blizzard now
Huge.
happening in Academy. Wow, look at that. That's a T-kill. That's what you need to get things moving. You're pushing very fast to the site, and you're at this next checkpoint with a team kill. You're going to secure it for your team. And now you don't even need to get to the end. You just need to get it to where Robert Morris left off. If you can get this, you would get the reverse sweep. You'd bring it all the way back. This is what you've been working for. This is what it's all been about.
The Holy One doesn't even need to be alive to have impact on his team. Dropping the blizzard before he dies, allowing him to get the freeze, and the team gets clearing it out and gets a team kill. They are so close to winning the entire series. Just a couple seconds left on the Academy side of things. Can they pull it through? They're so close to the point. Can they make this work? Grubby is trying so hard to keep his team up here, being the front line, being the center point for the offense. He is going to go down. Unfortunately, the Holy One and the rest of the boys are trying to recuperate, but it's not going to be that easy. G-Scale is trying to keep everybody alive, keep everybody healthy, and the well is going to be available for Sikelski, trying to keep everybody in here. It's not going to be that simple though, Matthias. There's so much going into making this happen.
This is it. They have to walk past. They have to somehow play against this Kelly's gravity surge here. It's going to be massive, and it looks like RMU is just running away with it right now. And they're taking out the Joker Queen. They're just playing very, very well. I think we got a switch there, and that is going to be that squash. And they're so close. You could see through that tiny, tiny screen there. They're just so close, and they don't want to let it go. Robert Morris is going to put everything they have into it and hold the payload here, and we only have 2 minutes left here in the Academy game. It's going to be crazy. Will we see this conclusion? And there's a Bastion ult, and this is looking like St. Clair's final stand. They got the freeze, they have the anti-heal. You can see the gravity surge from Robert Morris. Is not going to find anything, though. And the Alariel's going to try and stop that as well. And now it's 1 second left, and that is it. St. Clair College Academy gets the reverse sweep against Robert Morris University, taking it all home here today.
They were 0-2 almost an hour ago, and now they stand victorious. Your champions of the day. Not going to get the play of the game, though. But they are going to take this series.
That was the final stand there. Good shot getting the play, but that wasn't enough. Getting his light snuffed out there at the end. The Alari played well, but could not get the last 2 kills. He could clean up everybody but the tank. And now we're going back to our St. Clair Varsity team Overwatch game, and they're looking very, very good. They're ever so slightly. Actually, they did get the checkpoint there. So now Converse University in a very, very bad spot. They have a lot of room to cover. They have a lot to play up against, but we do have 5 minutes left in the game. That's quite a bit of time for things to change.
Absolutely, Braden. Again, we talked about pressure before. We talked about momentum. We talked about how this all affects the team. If you were in this situation, how do you make sure your team doesn't get a little bit too confident, a little bit too arrogant, and stay focused to maintain the win?
Well, it's all about that mental, as you know, as I've said 100,000 times. But you know, I can't. The ults that these people have are absolutely, they're able to change the tide of the battle. So I feel like even if they got overconfident, the ults there would be able to save them in a pinch. But we're going to see the Soldier get 1, almost get the 2nd. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find it. The May is going to try and take out the Baptiste, but she's just going to barely survive. But he goes down at the end of the day. We're going to see the Graviton Surge from Garchomp, the Blizzard from May.
That's going to be Converse University allowed to push. This might even allow them to push right up to where the Saints are, honestly. And they were not strangers to that distance before. They're slowly making their way up there. Garchomp holding the fort down as Squeak tries to barrage them from high ground. You have to break that ice, but not in the way you do on the first day of school. They're breaking ice in the way you do on a battlefield. But the Blizzard's committed, now forming some more ice.
He saw separated the double wall.
Double wall, but the immortality field keeping him alive just ever so long, and he's still in the game. The sound barrier seems to commit it, or at least some kind of barrier keeping him up and alive and healthy, but there's still so many ultimates at play. Razor's going to be having one, but he's going to be going down, just respawning. Orion, Gaja, and Skill Kiwi, Garchomp as well having the ultimates. They can really take this momentum as long as they can find the placements and find the perfect timing for it. As Braden was saying, a single ultimate can change the tide of the game, but when you coordinate them as a team, you could change the tide of a
everyone
series.
with the Blizzard trying to change the tide in the favor for his team now. Everyone going to find one, but Razor going to find another there, and they're trying to flip the scripter down. They got the bot off. They swept it very sneakily out from under them. They weren't looking that. They were all looking at that Blizzard trying to say, get out, everybody live. We need to stay alive if we need to win this, and they did not get the checkpoint either. They were a hair
on the other
away.
side of the map. They're sprinting for it. They have to find it. They have to get there in time to make sure he doesn't go running for answers. But Squeak is here with answers of his own, and it might be the Gravity Well. But Razor is going to be able to hold the fort down. Gunja is going to be able to take out Crime, but the Gravity Well is going to be committed. The slam up, the slam down. Can they find the kill on the tank? Yes, they can. Emran and the rest are cleaning house under this bridge. Hammer is going to be in the ice block, but you're going to melt eventually. The Saints are cleaning it up, cleaning it out with 2 minutes left, but it's not going to be perfect. They're stealing out the bot now, pushing it back to their side of things. You can get as many kills as you want, but you can't. It doesn't matter if the bot's not going where you need it to be.
With all that being said, though, this is a very close game. They're only 7 or so
It's
meters
right back
away.
in the center now. We've come full circle.
It's dead even here today. It could be anyone's game, but Saints right now ever so slightly in that lead, but enough overtime and enough play around. The Converse University can definitely take this in the lead. Garchomp currently has his ultimate. This could be a massive play right here. They're all clumped up. They're all together now. He just needs to see it. He needs the right timing. And there's the overclock coming out from Crime. He needs to use this very effectively. And there is another Blizzard coming out from Hammer. And that's going to be massive. He finds Crime up in the air.
But the sound barrier.
The sound barrier saves everybody's life there. That is massive there from Still Kiwi there. And now Hammer going to find a double kill though. And the Saints are falling one by one. He's going to find Crime all on his lonesome. They destroyed their backline and now they pick off the rest of them. And that is Converse University. This could be what they need to bring them back in the lead. But St. Clair does have that slightly farther respawn, so they might be able to contest.
Red X's sound barrier doing so much work to keep his team alive. They're being picked up and slammed down, but the sound barrier keeps you alive. Now Converse University just approaching the Saints' point, but the Saints are here. They have something to say about it. They don't care about how much work you put in. They're going to take the bot back. They're going to be taking it for a walk like you do your dog, and this one's not on a leash, so it can go far and far and far. They're just letting it go, taking it right back to the center. 62 to 66 with 30 seconds remaining. This next fight, gentlemen, I can confidently say is probably going to be the last one we're seeing in this game and potentially the series if the Saints take it.
Perhaps. So push game modes go very far in the overtime if people don't quit. But there's Emran with a big freeze. You're right. This is it. This is going to end it all. They're going to take out Garchomp. The Immortality Field comes up, but it gets Kaden out. And Crime going to find one as well. And we're going to take out the tank. And now the rest of them are going to flee. They have no tank to go by. They have no support to go by. And that is it. This is going to be it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Converse University needs to take this into overtime, and they will do everything in their power to drag this out as long as they can. But they don't want to admit that the Saints probably have this. But 5 seconds left on the clock. They only need to take
there's
2 more meters.
close.
They need to take 2 more meters here today. And now Hammer going to get taken out, and they are systematically dismantling any press. And there is the gravity surge. Red X getting a double kill, cleaning up their final tank. They tried to contest with the Doomfist, but now it's in overtime. They're just dragging the ball around for fun, and there it is. St. Clair College taking it home here today with a team kill, 3-1 against Converse University. A very hard-fought battle, but St. Clair proving their dominance once again.
Dominance has been the name of the game today. I think it's a very fitting play of the game intro, as that gravity surge has played such a huge role in these games. Might even see one here in this game, and it's just the Saints' indomitable spirit wrapping things up for us today. And with that being said, we are now looking at the end of our game day. Gentlemen, I cannot even express how much of a joy it has been going through it with you guys today. We had some incredible games and some incredible memories being made today with some old faces, some new faces, and a lot of action being put forth. Let's take a trip down memory lane and recount what we saw today, because it was incredible.
Yeah, what did you think of that R6 game here today, Brandon? We won in flying colors. What were some of your favorite moments that happened?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the first map. That first.
Oh, I agree.
That that first map. Even that first kill from Terror there. Just absolutely showing off in force who he is and what he's gonna do for that entire series, and he did just that. Absolutely dominating. Picking apart that team piece by piece, so mechanically, so accurately. It's something that not many people can say that they know how to do.
Absolutely. And hey, no shame in it. You can say it. Watching Dylan get both round-winning kills or game-winning kills. Come on.
Okay, I was excited. I ran out there. I had to hug him. Me and him being, the newer players, us being able, or him in this case, being able to show that just because we're new doesn't mean we can't do anything about it. It
It's a point of
warms
pride.
my heart.
Yeah.
It's pride.
I think that's a very good word to use today. I just with all the stuff we do every day at St. Clair College for our esports programs, our players, our teams, I feel like pride is the best word to use. It's just so much action, so many great things being done every day here.
But pride cometh before the fall with our Rocket League team. So close, taking it back.
You want
so
that
far.
so
They
badly.
played very, very well against Akron, but they weren't able to close it out there in the end. Just the last second goals, time and time again, bringing it back to that last second goal in the overtime was all they needed. But Akron managed to close it out. They're such a good team, but our Saints played so well, bringing it to a Game 5, I believe, and that was just amazing.
But
to
after the
watch.
fall,
But with every fall,
comes
correctly,
a rise.
Comes a rise with both of our Overwatch teams. A successful reverse sweep we got from our St. Clair Academy team. Starting it off, I think it was 2-0, no?
Yeah.
2-0 was a very rough start there, and then they managed to bring it back. It seems like
the
something
hard
flipped.
point game was, Flashpoint was such a close one. They
flipped it.
They flipped the 99%,
time.
and it was just such a close game. And I can tell they are proud of themselves. G-Scales, Holy Juan, Grubby, all the rest of them worked so hard to bring that back from the ashes, from the brink.
And what mental you need to not give up in that circumstance. A lot of people start playing sloppier, start being like, it's
I give
2-0.
up, it's over.
But you can tell that the St. Clair Academy team just
commitment.
wanted to win, and they did it. That's proof that you don't ever want to give up, you don't ever want to give out.
Does this look like a face that gives up? Look at him. So happy. That's the face of Academy players right there. You never give up, never surrender.
But the varsity team, they didn't surrender either.
No,
Taking
sir.
this all the way. It was they won their first game, I believe, and then Converse won the second game, and it was very close games all around every single time, but they managed to win the next game ever so slightly on the flashpoints there, I believe, and then they took it all home there in that last payload map. It was amazing to watch, and they played their hardest. They played with such grace and such amazing, just teamwork.
Efficiency,
To see.
I feel like.
those blizzards
and
from both
coordinations.
teams,
It was-
Academy and Varsity.
Blizzard dropped right next to
Yep.
it. Gravity Well dropped next to it. It was just trading blows back. It was like watching a boxing match between two top-class, top-of-the-line athletes, and nobody wanted to lose. And that's when you get the best competition. And again, that's what we're all here for, competition. It's one of the best things about humanity is when you can get everybody together over one common thing and have everybody try their best as a team or as an individual. No matter what sport you're playing, competition brings out the best in everybody, I believe. And with that being said, that does wrap up our game day. But a point I was bringing up a little bit earlier, I'm just remembering the pride I feel in the school, the pride I feel wearing this jacket, the pride I feel standing next to you, gentlemen. If you want to help us get a little bit more pride and a little bit, if you feel like we deserve it, the Scholar Awards are going on right now, and St. Clair College, our program here, is the only Canadian school up for nomination. If you want to show your love, show your support, be sure to take a look. I'm sure the MooBot is spamming in the chat constantly throughout the stream. You can always click that link. It doesn't take any effort to register. You don't even have to register. You just have to go up there, vote, and let them know that you think that St. Clair College is one of the best schools out there. There you go.
There's
you can
the
scan
QR
that QR code. You can go to scholarwars.com/vote for Collegiate Program of the Year. You can click the link that's in chat. There's so many ways. Really, guys, you don't have any excuse. You can do it many times. Every 24 hours, you can submit a vote. So be sure to show some love towards the Saints and get us that award. I think we deserve it. Don't you?
Definitely. We all do deserve it here, but know who deserves something from all of us here is the people in the back doing all the work. Thank you very much. Tommy, Amanda, all of our observers. They're the ones who make game day work. Thank you, Daniil, for joining us here on the mic, and thank you, Braden, for coming here for the first time.
Hope it's not the
And
last time.
Definitely. And thank you to our sponsors, HyperX, Tim Hortons, Subway, St. Clair SRC, and St. Clair College Alumni Association. And thank you, everybody. Join us back here for more streams, I believe, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, of course, tomorrow. What we got going on tomorrow, if we're going to take a look at our schedule very, very briefly, we can see that we have some Call of Duty, Omega Strikers, and Rocket League going on tomorrow. So if you like any of those games, be sure to tune in. If you don't like some of those games, be sure to tune in because you will start liking them after you watch our Saints play. I know that's happened for me, and I know that's going to happen for you, so don't miss it for the world. Gentlemen, any closing thoughts of Braden as our esteemed guest? Anything you'd like to say before we head out and end out things tonight?
Honestly, all I want to say is, thank you guys so much. Honestly, you both are incredible people. People in the back are awesome. I'm so proud of the St. Clair team. We went 3 for 4, which is I would have wanted the 4 for 4, but I'll take the 75 honestly.
Yep, and thank you, viewers, for joining us here today. Like we said, join us again tomorrow for more St. Clair goodness.